All right, welcome everyone to another week of Bad Decisions. Got everyone here with us. Thank you everyone for being here. Hope everyone's week went well, and the next week coming up is just as or better. But let's recap a little bit of last session so we know where we're at. You guys have traveled southward from Ablal on your new side quest given to you, or given to Trevor and your guys' ship, to head down to the Vikip archipelago, drop off a certain piece of cargo that you guys had fished out of the water in the ocean between the Kralsik continent and the Maskagen continent. The thing that initially, or I said ultimately, took you guys to Ablal. But with cargo in tow, tiny horses left behind, and ship upgraded with iron fittings, you guys made your way south. Lost a little bit of the iron armor along the way. Came across an interesting interaction with a seemingly unmanned vessel on the water that Trevor helped move along. And then you guys continued your situation down to the archipelago. The miasma was before getting to the archipelago, right? Where's that coming on?
That's
the way?
Correct, because I remember the part where it's just like, oh hey Shin, your hearing equaled out in this water.
Yeah. Shortly after the small ghost ship, you guys came into contact with the miasma, an interesting phenomenon that resides on the waters in the ocean here, in which those who are above deck during the situation suffered the miasma effects, while those below didn't. And then as soon as you guys were past the miasma, a little bit of context was given about it, and some individuals ended up having to overcome the effects after some time. But eventually you guys did get down to the archipelago, find out that the city that lives on these islands specifically is built underwater and into the actual floating island that exists here. You guys did the cargo drop-off, spent the night in the city, and then left the next day. On the way back, you came across another interesting artifact, and sort of in line with Valus's, sort of whole motif of weird shit that happens to his head. The head that's on top of his body. I just needed to clarify that for Vinny.
Giggity.
He ended up coming across an interesting creature in the water that gave him a special blessing in the form of a enlightened third eye, as he likes to call it, to the chagrin of some others on the ship. But along with that, further on the trek back, close to where we ended up leaving last session, an interesting folktale came to life of the Bagman making its way out of Tamberlay's bag of holding and taking everyone's silver and leaving behind a gift, as well as taking a few individuals. No comment. The gift was this little doll that was holding a shepherd's crook and a dagger. Cute-ish, and kept by, I believe Chandra was the one who decided to futz around with it. And because of said futzing,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Futzing, it's where you fuck with things. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a chowder thing. That sounds like a Dallas thing.
You know what? It's a twin thing.
Absolutely is a twin thing.
No, it's not, because we're not related.
It's a womb mate thing. Sorry. I had to get the terminology correct. My apologies.
Take Metis, Joe.
You shared the same room for about 9 months.
Ooh. But with that, Chandra futzed around with the doll and seemingly triggered whatever needed to be triggered to make the thing come to life. Not only did it come to life, but it became invisible. Fun! Oh, and it definitely took its dagger back.
It also killed 2 more people and left shit in my hair.
Yep, getting to that. That night, it decided to dispatch with 2 more of the crew. Pools of blood filling the lower decks. And the following night, as Tamerlane lay up against the side of the wall, holding the bag behind her to protect it, seeing as how it seemed that the doll was interested in getting to the bag of holding. She woke up in the morning finding that the bag of holding was still there. And when Twunk had went to try and locate object on the shepherd's crook, he found it, embedded deep within her hair. And that is where we ended the last session, after a little bit of that revelation and the end of that day of travel. So, you guys are a couple days out from a ball. Usually, I would just sort of get us there, but there are circumstances that might pose a problem to just getting there. So, we're going to have to take this part day by day.
You mean like murder dolls?
Something like that.
Way to go, Valis.
I didn't even do it this time.
Yeah, but it's easier to blame it on you than anybody else. Also,
Are you
why was
sure
that
it's not
shit in
your
my
fault?
hair? I'm gonna put it back in my hair, right where Twunk found it,
Roger that.
and then I'm gonna sleep with the bag of holding open in front of me, in the same corner.
The bag of holding is going to be open in front of you?
I don't know. Should I do that? I don't know. This thing needs to go away, and I just want to get rid of it so bad. It's killing people. And we can't even see it.
Just drag us over to this, so that way we understand again.
Over
Ah,
to
shit, I'm on the
what?
wrong map.
Dang it.
I'm on the wrong map.
We got the
Sorry.
wrong
That's a
roll
lot of shit.
Yep. I'm on the wrong character sheet. I'm on the wrong map. God damn it.
You're the worst.
I am the fucking worst.
Get over yourself. Anyway.
Chadra.
Bad
Bad decisions.
Should we drag our characters?
You guys,
Okay.
You guys are staying
Thank you,
in
'cause
this
I-
area.
Just put me where I'm supposed to be.
Fuck! Wrong notes.
It's
yeah.
only program. It's not that hard.
Huh?
What?
Oh no, he's
What
just
program?
he's mixing up his notes from different games.
Because I have 3 OneNotes for my 3 characters. And I was on, the one from last session, and then I opened up the one from Saturday's session.
Oops.
So.
Shin, Twunk, go ahead and pull yourselves onto the ship.
Oh, how do I...
Pull
The
your
same way you always do. Click and drag your freaking token.
Newspaper thing.
In
Told
the
me that
journal?
last time.
Aha!
Oh, we're on the underside over here.
On deck, huh?
No, it's like it's just like that's where I dragged myself because that's where my camera was.
Gotcha. I got
Look
you.
fine.
There you are.
Same.
Nope. Yeah.
Hey! Hup, hup.
Hup, hup,
Like I
hup,
said,
hup,
just
hup.
put me where it's supposed to be. There's 2 Chadras.
There is.
I only see 1.
Oh, Lorona, sorry.
Wow, that
Wow.
super racist.
I mean,
Is
please.
it because of drow?
drow.
Because we're
women.
both female drow, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're both drow.
Yeah.
Wow.
These
Wow.
fucking
Wow.
I am
halfling
holy at
All is the
heart.
same to you.
You are correct.
White hair, blue
You're all very
sun skin.
tall. You're all very dark skinned, and you're all very bullshit.
Oh my god.
Like, just tell me what you want. I get it.
The
Stoic.
Rome's
Blah blah
Rome's gonna
blah.
kill you in your sleep.
I mean,
If the doll
I have to
doesn't do it
sense now.
first. But Tablet, you can decide where. Usually, that's the bed that you would sleep in. So
okay,
you
so
can decide where you want to
I'm
try
going
and tuck
to-
yourself.
be up here.
Remember,
Can I
that
be
is a
up,
stair-
like,
it is
all
a
the way up
ladder.
here.
That is a ladder.
Okay. Can I hide underneath it?
Sure. I'm just
Okay.
saying it does have access to the top deck,
Right, I get that, but
so things could
if
come
I'm
down.
like under,
Yep.
under the stairway,
Yep.
can I? Because I mean,
It's just a ladder. It's not a
stairwell.
stairway.
Okay. Shit, where are my friends? They're all over there. You know what? I'm gonna hover under here. There we go. Under, like on the bed, kind of.
Okay.
I'd be like, what do I do?
That's to you guys.
Yeah, this stupid fucking thing is gonna come after me again. And I don't know if I should let it in the bag or keep it away from the bag. But the last night that I did keep it away from the bag, it killed 2 more people. So what should I do? I mean, I don't want it to get in the bag and then like stay there and like fuck up the bag and everything in it.
We
Any
could put the
suggestions?
bag in a box.
I could put a bag in a box. Yes, I could.
I mean,
But-
you could put the bag in the box and
In the
lock
what?
it.
What?
Put the bag of holding in the box. Lock the box, and then the thing can't get in there or out of it.
What box are you talking about?
Any box.
Right. Well, I can also sleep with it behind me so I can't get in it with the bag closed. And it's kind of the same thing. That's what happened last night. And 2 people got killed. Here's my deal. I love this bag. It holds a lot of shit. It holds a lot of Chadra's shit. So she should love this bag too. Part 2. I do not want to ruin this bag or lose this bag because it costs a lot of money. My mama spent a lot of money on this bag. Part 3. Honestly, I just don't want to lose this bag.
If I
Fuck.
could offer a consideration, but if its goal was truly the bag, would it not have done so the previous night?
So are we talking like it's a killer doll and it has nothing to do with my bag? But then, and I'll like fish around for a second and pull out the crook. But I left this in my hair while I was sleeping. Creepy. Or does it love me? I don't know.
I believe that if it wished to have done away with you, it would have done so if it wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure. I slept real hard last night. I'm
Um,
right there with you. And I'll like wedge it back in my hair.
also, if I recall correctly, since this did come possibly from the, and air quote, she's gonna do air quotes, Bagman. He's known for trading a trinket for a trinket. And that could be this creature's way of marking you as a trade or a trinket.
Person for a trinket.
That's what I meant, sorry. He could be, pun intended, shepherding you for the Bagman.
Wow. So what you're saying is he's killing people on the side while he's just priming me up.
Could be.
That's very reassuring. Thank you, Chadra.
Fear makes the meat taste better.
Right. If I had an appetite, that would make sense.
And also, it's not necessarily that you would be murdered or eaten by the Bagman. He's just going to pull you into another dimension so that you become a Bagman as well. That's.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you for pulling out my future and ruining it.
I just wanted to make sure you have the correct information.
Yeah, okay.
Hopes, dreams, shitting all over him.
Hey, maybe we should just figure out something fucking else, okay?
Audra, since you were the one to look the most closely at this all, and like pauses on that for a moment after considering like a previous attempt, but continues. Did you ever happen to, while you were holding it, look close enough at the dagger to be able to describe any unique features that would make it different from any other?
For recollection purposes, what would you like me to roll, DM?
I mean, you really didn't?
I didn't spend a lot of time looking at it. I mean, I looked over the entirety of the thing, but I didn't look at any like specific details.
Specifics,
with that.
yeah, before you
if anything, I could give you a much better description of the actual doll itself, but it's no longer a doll.
There was nothing specific about the dagger that looked extra besides its shape.
Can Lorona move over to that other bed that's by Chamberlain?
Yeah.
I would prefer that, yes.
Okay.
I do not
She'll
want to be
move
alone
over
right
there,
now.
Kind of. No. She's a little blocked in. Not by herself.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I just the other thing though in my head is that like if it attacks, it's gonna attack all three of us right at the same time and rip us apart and kill us. So
Yeah.
do y'all have like detect magic or anything like that? Oh, that is how you found this, is it not, Twonk? Did you pull out the shepherd's crook?
No, that was,
I used a different sort of magic to find that.
Oh,
If an object is unique enough, or if I can describe it with a certain amount of accuracy, I can find an object of my choosing or the one closest to me.
here comes
can you do that with the
Chowder
doll?
Here comes Chowder to shit on that part. And unfortunately, because the doll is now alive, I believe his magic wasn't able to work in that sense.
Right.
If the dagger it holds is not unique enough, then the magic I would use to find such an object would also draw me to any dagger on this entire ship.
He's like, I want to find a dagger. BAM! Lights up everywhere. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Lorona would look like
All
a
of the-
beacon.
Yeah. All of the seafaring folk. All of the seafaring folk have daggers on them for when they're cutting lines and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
There's daggers in the whole.
Find a couple daggers under pillows.
I think that one's got
Everywhere.
one in his rectum.
Ew, gross.
Notes that for later.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vinny notes that for later.
It's
them.
either that or a
Maybe
Hot
kill
Wheels. I'll take the dagger.
Oh god.
I didn't think these guys were that lonely.
It's not a submarine.
I mean,
Anywho,
I have. How late in the day is it?
this is a morning of the next day.
morning, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just found out that 2 other people just died.
Yep.
Tamberley, you are not leaving my side. You and I will stay right.
How about we
We are besties for until we get into port or solve this. Because if that thing comes within 10 feet of me, which means 10 feet of you, 5 feet of you, I want to know. So.
I'm just worried about the crew, because this is our fault, and the crew is dying.
I mean, when you say fault, no.
And I'll look at Valis. Yes, it's our fault.
You're assigning a lot of blame.
I mean, who else am I supposed to blame it on? It's not my fault. I just hold the bag. I didn't ask for somebody to come out of it and fucking give us a gift and kill people for silver and shit like that. I'm on this boat just so I can get home and make sure that
Val,
I have like a life after this.
does the crew sleep in one area typically?
You see the beds.
So they all sleep in the same area.
They're-
No, there's some beds upstairs too.
Mm-hmm.
Balls.
Yeah, you'll have
Tell me
like
about it.
captain, quartermaster, first mate, and such sleep here, and then you got crew here and crew here.
Yeah.
Crew here and crew there. Okay.
This
Oh, look, there was a murder. Sorry.
This is where 2 died.
No, there's blood on the
Is that
table,
upstairs?
guys.
Oh. And the bloody table, of course.
That's where you guys put the dead bodies when they're
course.
trying to figure out, what happened to him.
I don't know, that's a pretty small blood trail. I think that's where Tamberley got stabbed.
I don't know.
I mean, we can stand watches and try and keep everybody safe.
Everybody who? We can't keep the whole ship safe.
I mean, we can try. We do have 3 individuals who can do their short sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with doing that, but
And oh no, that's another bad idea. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
which one?
I have another bad idea. I'm having an Eartha Marsh idea.
Oh no. Then
And I
never
don't-
mind. No.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was
No.
like, that sounds like fun, and I was like, that is not a Chandra thing. Not after what's already happened.
No.
Start stabbing the deck.
No. It was way
Not
dumber
you.
than that. It was way dumber than that. Above game idea
Mm-hmm.
that just popped into my head was I can hold on to the bag because that does seem to potentially be one of its targets. And hold on, hear me out on this. Again, bad idea, remember. We take that shepherd's cane that's in your hair and we put it in the bag.
I mean, we can do that,
Because I mean, if we
but I'm not letting go of the bag.
well, I could hold on to the bag because I have a better chance
I'm
of
sorry.
spotting.
Did you just not hear what I said?
I have a better chance of spotting this creature than you do.
But it hasn't hurt me yet.
It
But
definitely.
I've been holding
stabbed
on to the
you
bag the
earlier on.
entire time.
I suppose I could offer one other possibility if our priority is security.
Anything that
I could
helps.
either, or perhaps bring about the spirit of the wild to take on the form of the creature that flies at night.
Like an owl?
Bat?
Oh. Are we gonna glaze
And?
over the fact that Valis had an idea of what this thing might potentially be, also?
I don't think he's ever openly said anything.
Oh,
no,
I'm really
no,
good.
He did. He did because he asked if there's
Yeah.
anything silver on on the ship.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, all the silver's gone.
All the silver's gone.
That was the first thing that got stolen, was all the silver.
Get where as motherfucking much as you want.
Valis had an intelligent thought.
When? Where? How? What?
Happens every once in a while.
No, I get this thing. It might be where, but I
Well,
don't know.
It
You also said it might be a vampire.
yeah, we were leaning more towards vampire based off the puncture marks on the neck.
I said it was a vampire.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Vampire doll. An invisible one.
So Valis, why
Yes.
do you assume vampire?
Well, puncture wounds on the neck.
Which would be a spot that most predators would go after.
Yes, but predators would also leave distinguishable bite marks, like the vampire.
And
Two
typically
holes.
they would, and typically they would have a signature of some sort. It'd be very easy to identify because of characteristics of said bite, right?
Yeah, like 2 holes.
Or like, why do vampires put 2 holes into a neck?
I don't know. Suck blood.
There. And where were these 2 bodies found? I can hear the wheels turning.
On the ship.
In the bilge, which was also full
Yeah.
of
Water?
blood.
Okay.
Oh.
So they're not sucking the blood, they're just
So they were bled
making
out.
it. Right. They're poking them so that they bleed out instead of sucking it. So it's not a vampire.
Or it is a tiny doll and it can only suck so much blood.
You know what? Maybe you shouldn't have paid 2 points then. Or gone after 2 different people at the same time.
Who said it was at the same time? It could have been over a 6-hour period.
Yeah.
Greedy little bitch.
Or there's more than one.
You shut your whore mouth.
I am just using
Love it when
the
you
evidence
say
that
that.
I have currently available to me based off of the folklore that is currently available to me.
And Valis is like, yeah,
And
it still
also
could be a vampire.
and also Chadra is going based off of the fact that Valis, though you have ideas, sometimes they're not right.
It's not that they're not right, they're just
Wrong.
wrong.
Oh my god. These are not right. It's okay.
Everybody's eyes are just getting bigger and bigger. And she's like pushing farther and further back into the corner. And she's like looking below her. Because she's on a bed right now. And she's about to like kick the bed out from underneath her. So there's nothing underneath her. So that she can see everywhere around her. She's not having this. This is stupid. Y'all need to figure this shit out. Because I'm not dealing with werewolves and vampires and
Ethereal bag.
creepy snuggle dolls and shit like that. No. This is ridiculous. It's a doll. It popped up. It's been killing people. It's a doll.
technically it's not a doll anymore because a doll is inanimate.
Thank you very much for being technical with me. So apparently, it's not a doll. It's a little person running around invisible like,
Or
stabbing the fuck out of people, letting them bleed out, dragging them. It must be strong because it's dragging them down to the fucking bilge.
You know what we could do if it was
What can we do,
vampires?
Alice? What can we do?
Maybe garlic.
We've already decided that it's not a fucking vampire.
Well, no, we're just considering the option that it might not be a vampire.
Well, give me some goddamn
My
garlic.
vote's vampire.
We don't know that it is or isn't a vampire.
Chamberlain, I got you on that garlic. 1 second.
I
I'm
hold
like,
on,
what
wait,
is
hold on,
Leading
hold
me
on.
at Twonk. She's like, please make sense of this shit, because this is getting out of hand.
Why? Hold on. 1 second. Yes, you can
And
go
then
check.
leaning into Larona, like just pushing, like, please just make this one mound of both of us, so we have twice as much to do with this shit.
We're on a ship. Right?
Thank you for pointing the obvious out.
Okay.
Yes.
We're on a ship. We're going on a long journey. I want to point something out. Things like garlic, yeah, I know that they keep for a decent amount of time, but they're not really looking for quality in fucking food. The likelihood of you finding garlic is slim to none. Yeah, you can go ask, but, I mean, why would garlic be your first thought? We need to find the thing first.
I mean, actually, my first thought is to stake it, but
You haven't said that
Again.
once.
Finding it. It's taking it. It's not a
But
barbecue.
garlic-
It's not just gonna show up.
might be a
Can
good,
we put down,
you
like-
know, deterrent.
What, Larona?
Can we put down like sticky traps or something?
Rat traps?
Wood for us. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not opposed to the idea.
It's the best
I am
idea so
not.
far.
I'm not opposed. Put some glue on that motherfucking floor.
Because then it would stick to it, and then we could see where it's at.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Or, does anybody have alarm?
An alarm. Chicken? Or a rooster, I mean.
No, I heard about this spell called alarm that like you put.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, I thought you said an alarm. Sorry.
No, that I
The
did.
alarm spell.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very.
Yeah,
That's
I heard
much
about
more
this
of
spell called alarm.
a
that
wizardy
you
type
put,
of deal.
You put a string down, and if they cross over it, everybody knows. No? Okay.
Turn to the one spellcaster in your group, and Twonk goes, "That's not my deal."
I almost turned to Valis, but I thought better of it. If he doesn't have Hunter's Mark, he probably won't have alarm either.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's right behind Hunter's Mark.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I swear,
What?
the minute I level up,
You can't, though. Anyway,
I know.
I know. You can't level up until Val tells you to. Anyway,
I
so
know.
what the you know, and I hate asking Trevor for shit because this should be our problem, and I've already talked to him about it, and there's literally nothing he can do about it. So it's all up to us, and we still have 2 more days. You know what? I'm just gonna sit here by myself and leave the bag open, and whatever the fuck this thing wants to do, it's gonna do. And if it kills me, I'll see y'all like when you get back home. Just preserve my body, please.
Would it
I got a
Not
stasis
the-
sword.
Only works if you're the thing to put it to 0 hit points.
That does not make me happy.
would it not be for the better to simply have somebody watching over those who are sleeping.
Do we
They
take
were-
watches?
We already take watches anyway. Difference is where we would be doing
So-
it, wouldn't it?
We're gonna
Pretty much,
take
yeah.
more watches.
This is slowly
Are we-
turning from this vampire movie and a Chucky movie into a Freddy Krueger movie. No one sleeps!
I think it's more of a more focused watch.
Ah,
Wow, if only somebody would have thought about standing watches earlier. But because it was said by Twunk in an ethereal way,
It just sounds smarter coming from Plunk, okay?
It does, okay?
it just sounded nicer coming from Twunk, alright? Fuck all of you.
I have a
Actually, you
bell.
know what? No, this is more like women in business, where it's just like the woman says something in the business meeting and like nobody pays attention, but then like the one popular guy at the meeting says the same thing. It's just like, that's a great idea.
And we're all women except for you two.
Yeah, so why aren't you on my team?
I don't know,
That was
Twunk just
all
has a way of
for it.
saying something, okay?
He does have this way of saying things that makes it make more sense
It
than
makes
you
it
do.
comfy sounding.
If it's
When-
not on
hold
like
on.
a piece of paper in front of my face,
Hold on a
Twunk
minute.
just makes more sense.
When have you ever claimed that Twunk makes more sense than somebody?
That's true.
Mr. speaks in fucking metaphors and riddles. And you're like, no, he makes sense, but the rest of the time you're like, oh, Twunk say word.
Yeah, he does make sense though because of it. You know what? I don't have to
It's-
think so much when I'm talking to Twunk.
It's Tamberlay's frightened state of mind.
He's freaking out right now. Yeah, she's not okay. She's leaning into Lorona, the weakest person in our party.
Damn.
Click
Wow.
the wrong thing. Click the
Okay,
wrong
so
I
I have
mean-
a I have a bell in my bag too. We can put on the sticky paper.
can we put it around Tamberlay's neck?
Yeah,
Why
that's
would
what I
you
was looking for.
fucking put a bell around my neck?
So we don't lose you?
Exactly. If the
Oh.
doll wants to drag you away, we'll know.
So, during all this...
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Oh no, this is the perfect time that this is gonna happen.
Great.
Does a 14 hit Malice?
In the middle of this, right before Tamberlay takes the swing, the door had been ajar for a while now.
It's a door or a jar. Pick one.
It's both.
Anyway, sorry.
And as you go to swing and you miss, you kind of see the door is slightly open and there's someone standing on the other side of it.
Which door?
I mean, am I allowed to
This would be
try to
Tamberlay.
figure out who it is?
I mean, it's only open a sliver, so you can't really. You can go and open the door or ask, but someone is
Can I
standing.
run
in-
after and tackle?
Sure.
Oh, Jesus.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Hooray.
It's gonna burst.
That's acrobatics. Sorry. Here's. Oh god, it's gonna be even worse. Okay, 17.
Okay. You burst through the door and impact the shins of someone who just takes it and stands there.
It's Mum.
And you look up into Trevor's face.
Oh.
Oh no.
He rolled 27.
I'm sorry. I'm very nervous and
You all
I
right?
apologize.
You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, not yet. But I'm working on it.
Hypnotic, you might need to swap your mic out or something.
Okay.
You're doing the scratchies again.
Yeah, right.
No, do you have access to push to talk? Is that something you're capable of doing?
It doesn't. It's not even when her mic is getting procced. It's just like the connection. It's weird
That sucks.
because I've like literally sat there and watched trying to find out who's mic it was, and I know it's hers, but her mic isn't procking. It's just making weird connection noises.
No, come back.
You scared her off.
She's
There we go.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes.
Is that better?
You can.
Yes.
So yeah, Trevor asks if you're all right.
I'm all right. I mean, physically, yeah, I'm fine.
Because you just impacted his shins. That's why he's asking.
Yeah, it's just your shins. It's fine. It's just metal. It's just my face. Whatever. Anyway. I mean, I hate to say it, but next time just come in, because you're always welcome.
I understand, but heard the commotion going on the other side and felt like y'all needed to finish taking care of your situation before I interjected.
Yeah, well, sadly enough, this situation is not even close to being taken care of.
Well, I may or may not have some input as to what shall or
Oh
shouldn't
God,
happen.
please.
Only heard the tail end of this situation, but me being the captain, as well as taking words from the rest of the crew, and putting everyone down into a sort of lockdown of sorts. Y'all are going to be relegated to your quarters here for the rest of the journey.
All right.
It is going to be a very limited crew that is going to be running the ship. And those that aren't on shift are going to be relegated to their quarters only. Mom has a few externalities that she can accomplish, and she will be putting arcane locks on all the doors and hatches and gangways.
Oh. Oh.
So this will allow nothing to wander in or out without needing a sufficient level of arcane knowledge to get past.
Right, I understand that.
Now,
We have how long to get to our destination?
we should be into the port of Ablau in just under 2 days.
All right.
And I've already reached out to those in Ablau to help perform sweeps of the ship once we are ported. Would hate to have our little unwanted guest let loose upon an entire city.
Right. Right. No, I appreciate that.
So,
Um.
I wanted to let you all know, and if you wanted to stretch your legs, get your last bit of sun in, or whatever the case may be, Mom is going to be putting a lockdown here in about an hour.
Question. Do y'all have a mascot or something? Like an animal mascot?
No.
No?
It's safer
Okay.
to not have something that could possibly easily die on a situation such as a ship made for fighting, because then that would destroy morale.
No, I understand that. I was just wondering if you had like a cat or something.
Well,
Looking
his face
for, like-
kind of like sours a second.
No. Sorry, Twonk. I apologize. I was looking for more for like, I had this weird idea in my head about like, if this thing wants something, maybe it wants something somewhere to stay. And if I made a little bed for it, and it came in and it snuggled and all that stuff, then
I
it'd
feel
be
you're
easier to
giving
take
the
care of.
bloodthirsty little
I know.
creation construct, whatever the fuck it is,
Device. I know.
a little
I'm
bit
sorry.
too much humility and humanity.
True. I'm sorry. I thought about it, and it was
I understand.
Chad was moving around like she's like a caged animal, and she's freaking
She is
out.
pacing
and
a little bit. Would you like to go out on the deck and see a little bit of sun?
No, I'm fine.
You sure? You're wearing a groove in my deck. Deck.
Please, you're making us all nervous.
Maybe
Please.
the galley will have some garlic.
No,
Is
we do
there
not have
any
garlic.
other word I should
I
have heard?
fucking told you! Sorry.
Garlic only lasts about a week on the open ocean.
I mean,
And unfortunately, we just came from an underwater civilization, so
that will make bad garlic. I get it.
I mean, Jeffrey does
Put 'em on
have
deck
a
and
black
be
garlic,
like, oh.
but good luck trying to pry it from his very, very pissed off hands.
I was pissed off. Did we,
His best friend just
did we
died.
check it out? Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I'm literally so sorry about this whole voyage. Because we have fucked everything up since we stepped on this fucking ship. Stop moving!
You know how distracting it is with the ADHD brains, okay?
It's keeping me focused.
Make me fall asleep halfway through this session.
Hypnotic pattern.
I will go upstairs and take my last breath of fresh air for 2.5 days. Or a day and a half.
Day and a half. Alright.
With that shit in my hair and everything. I don't make sure it's still there. I'll kind of,
Yep.
push it around and stuff. And I should take it out and look at it for a second. It's still the shepherd's hook, right?
Yep.
With the little cross at the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. I will... I'll go to Lorona. Like, will you come upstairs with me for a minute?
Of course, bro.
And because we need some fresh fucking air, because it's crazy down there. And when we get upstairs on the deck, like outside, I'm thinking more like right down here. But like, can you do me a favor? And I know my hair is a mess. It always has been. It always will be. I get it. But can you do me a favor and try to like weave this in a little bit?
Yeah, do you want it to stay in there? Like,
Yes.
we're good? Oh, not for good, but until you take it out.
I mean, if it's in there, it's gonna be in there for good for like the rest of my life, unless I cut this shit off.
Okay.
The last time I had a haircut was like 12 years ago, so. I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna
So
take.
we'll-
It's probably gonna take like 20 minutes to find to like, get enough strands out of that, like untangle enough to all that stuff. But she will sit patiently on the deck, breathing in all the fresh air.
Okay. Lorena will start
Alright.
doing his hair then.
Okay, for the next hour, you're busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Anybody else want to do anything before you guys get locked in?
Nope.
Just get fresh air and probably come right back down.
Tam,
Mm.
quickest answer that you can come up with to this question.
Mhm.
Where's the bag?
On me. Right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty then. Timberland's hair is done.
Oh, no.
Trevor sounds the whistle for everyone to get into their different compartments. And Mum is going to come and lock everyone into their respective areas. So, with that, just so everyone understands,
And then Chad just starts pacing again. Boo.
That area is locked. That's locked, and so is that.
You have food and stuff, right?
This is locked. Food will be provided.
All right.
And that's locked. And I believe that is here to here, here and here is locked.
Oh.
All right. So with that, the ship is on lockdown for the next day and a half. But as far as food goes, when it is dinner time, only dinner and breakfast is going to be served. So unless there's anything that you guys want to do, talk, say, prepare, whatever, before dinner time rolls around, that's the only other time you're going to have any other interaction with people on the ship. As Mum is going to temporarily release the locks to pass food through into the room and then relock the doors. All right, so that's what it's going to be. You guys are
What I'm
chilling.
getting is that we are trapped in here
Mm-hmm.
with each other for a day and a half.
Yep, and Valis had beans the day before.
Heck, what'd you do way over there?
Just trying to breathe the maybe tiny puffs of fresh air that come through the trapdoor. So, about dinner time, you guys hear muttering on the other side of the door, and then a brief flash of the door as white energy passes through it. The door opens up. Mum is flanked by two crewmen. She holds a smattering, or a large platter with a smattering of different foods on it. Plenty for all five of you to partake in a decent meal. And she will allow this time for people one at a time to go use the lavatory. And once that is completed, she will close the door back up. You guys can eat and discuss.
Question. Does Mom have I will ask her when I go through. Do you have detect magic?
She'll nod.
I'm sorry. Can you detect magic?
She'll nod.
And I'll show her the crook in my hair. Like, it left this here. So it obviously has something about this that's whatever, but like if you want to like can do or want to do some spell on it just in case.
She will, and she'll tell you just as much as I believe Twunk could tell you the first time it was done. Magic residue is on it.
Okay.
But it is not itself magical.
Right. I was like, if she wanted, either way. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, she'll do it and everything, but she'll not. It doesn't give her anything.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Back to bed.
Yep. So anything before night?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Anything during night? Sleeping arrangements, watches, tic-tac-toe.
Watches. I'll stay for the first watch.
I'll do second.
Okay.
Wonk is actually going to, because I can really only do this for X number of hours because of how sleep works. But at least at the beginning, like when Twunk goes to sleep, he is going to summon the spirit of the wild in the form of a bat.
Okay.
And is going to have it essentially hang from the ceiling.
Okay.
And use like basically like use its like a better like hearing and
I was gonna say you're just gonna have an echolocate for 4 hours.
well, only 2.5 hours since we're only level 5.
Gotcha.
But it's at least enough to cover Tamberlay's watch. Maybe it would make her feel better.
Yes, it will.
And
All right. Sounds good. So Taberlay for first, Valis for second. Need at least one more.
I will.
Lorana for third. All right. In this case, for first watch, you can roll for Spirit of the Wild, and Taberlay can also roll for Perception.
Ooh. I'm freaking out.
Wired in all the wrong ways.
Yeah, pretty much. She's also very hyper-focused on the fact that Twunk is a bat right now.
No, he's not a bat. His little summon is a bat.
Oh, he summoned a bat.
Yeah. He's sleeping.
She's all about that, too.
so yeah, that'll only be a 14 on the perception.
All right.
But it is notably blind sight, so you know it's going to very well like hear weird things. But yeah.
Oh, it's hearing a lot of different things, but nothing worth alarm. Because you guys are directly underneath a bunch of other people sleeping, so you're hearing a bunch, but nothing is noteworthy enough to awaken anyone for any reason. All right, Valis. You eventually get woken up by a very wide-eyed Tamerlay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All
Maybe
right.
you should get some sleep. Oh, and she's out. Okay, well.
It's that stress sleep.
She's melted. She literally melted. She's so tired.
Perception check.
Oh, perception. Okay. $16.
Okay. Is that what's happening?
What?
The question's not to you. Sassy.
Ha! Muted.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry.
What's going on?
If that's the case, based off what you said to me.
Okay.
Or wait, no, hold on, wait. I'm just waking up because that's the normal time I would wake up?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Then I thought it was because of something else.
No.
Okay, because, I have, blind fighting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then never mind. Hold off on the last one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm so fucking confused right now.
Chandra
Rightfully so.
trances and wakes up halfway through your watch.
Yeah.
And is going to go sit over by Tamberlay while she sleeps. But beyond that,
Okay.
in sort of this silent her waking up or coming to, and then just sort of sitting up and over next to Tamberlay while she sleeps, you just continue on with your watch. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing seems to... Beyond Charger waking up, nothing different. End of your watch comes. Lorona.
Okay.
You get woken up by Velis for your watch. If you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
You know, Tamberlay just keeps getting smaller and smaller. The longer she sleeps, the more she curls up. Just putting it out there.
Tam, go ahead and give me a con save.
Not that great.
And Chadra, give me a perception check.
Perception. Roger that.
Lorona, there's a moment where both you're sitting a little a ways from Tamberlay, because Chadra is sitting right next to her. Just in the other end of the bed you are, where Chadra's a little bit closer. Chadra, you're picking up movement, but Tamberlay is just sort of constantly shrinking further and further in on herself as she sleeps, getting more and more into the fetal position. But almost, not quite at the same time, Chadra, you pick it up a fraction of a moment before Lorona sees it. You feel Tamberlay moving in a weird way. As she's been constantly getting smaller and smaller and smaller, all of a sudden she quickly, uncurls a little bit. And it kind of pricks you're like, what's going on? And Lorona, you see the movement of Tamberlay sort of not stiff as a board, go completely straight, but instead of being this very tight curled ball, she now opens up, kind of like a roly-poly does after it's rolled up a little bit. It starts to open up, but it's a very sudden jerking motion.
Like when you're stabbed in the back?
No, not quite when you're stabbed in the back. More like when you're curling around a bag of holding and all of a sudden it rips.
I hate you right now.
So, initially,
What happens to me?
from the little dagger that rips from the inside of your bag of holding and guts you at the same time, you take 8 points of piercing. Now, luckily, the way that you're holding the bag, you haven't put your back up against the wall, so you're not going to get absolutely just dumped on with everything from the bag's belongings and smashing up against you in the wall. You're facing away from the wall, so instead you're going to get more propelled further into the room. Chadra, since you're sitting close, go ahead and give me a dex save.
Okay.
Very good.
Very
You
nice.
already being on edge to the entirety of tonight. You feel the movement from Tamberlay get weird, and then as you're turning and reacting and seeing as all the contents from the bag some are impacting her stomach directly, but she has, in the sleep state, dropped the bag, and as all the items are now rocketing out towards her, it's propelling her further into the room, and you sort of almost pirouette your way out of the immediate path of all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Tamberlay, you all are going to basically fly over and hit that pillar, or not the pillar, but the bottom part of the mast as all your items now just cascade out from you into the corner of this room. So you are going to take some bludgeoning damage.
She's dazed as fuck.
So that is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ.
And that's from both the items
You're
hitting
only
you.
level 5.
That's the items hitting you, as well as you getting pinned up against the mast. So that was 2 separate rolls combined.
And the 8 from the stabbing.
Yes.
Oh, I already got that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm halfway.
But that commotion wakes everyone up. Shatter, go
Chunk
ahead.
has jumped to the ceiling.
Has replaced where the bat was with the tunk.
Yeah. She's raging. She's so pissed off right now.
Shatter, go ahead and give me a perception check. Lorona, give me one as well.
Where is it?
Yeah, I'm jumping up with the bow.
They were the only ones currently
I'm almost
awake
ready
when
to.
everything dropped, so it's more of giving
Right.
them a chance to possibly see something.
I'm
Chad-
still in that half awake. Who there? Who there?
Yeah. Chadra, unfortunately, with all the items that are now spilling out of the bag, it sort of creates a fog cloud of too much shit moving around. For your blind fighting to pick up a specific singular entity or item. And then Lorona, you're trying to focus on what may be moving away from the pile, conspicuously / inconspicuously, and you're not able to pick up any specific thing. You're looking, and there's a lot of shit going on, but you're trying to see this little creature, this little doll, or maybe its invisible form with something to show where it moved to, but there's just too much that's coming out of this bag that's moving to find any purchase on a singular thing.
Would the gunpowder have opened? Could there be like footsteps in the gunpowder?
If it did, it would be
I really
mixed in
hope
with
not.
all the it'd be mixed in with all the other items here. I'd say that the gunpowder bags are sturdy enough to take some not pointed damage.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
The gunpowder than all the other bags that she has in there of different other compounds. But even if it did, it would be mixed in with, I think there's clothes and weapons. I think spears, or there's something, and there's a bunch of stuff in there.
There's a bunch of shit in there.
I mean, there's not a lot of stuff in there, honestly. Not as there should be, but yes. There's mess kits and rations and tinder boxes. Oh, my skin and knives are in there.
Luckily, those are wrapped up,
Yeah, well.
or else I might need to add more damage.
And all the stuff that Chadra gave me. So yeah, not too bad. There's really not that much in there.
Just
As
everything
much as
comes
there
out
could
with
be.
force.
Oh, yeah, that too.
But as you guys are all awake, alert to the situation, Twunk is slowly trying to pull himself out of the ceiling.
I'm still trying to find something to shoot at.
Aren't we all?
Doing that blinking with one eye, like trying to wake up, like gain focus.
Yeah, you have an arrow knocked, but you're holding the front end of it and trying to rub the crap out of your eye.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next few things, what would you guys like to do?
Well, being ejected across the fucking room.
Help
She
Chamberlain
peels
with
off. Huh?
wound.
Oh,
I
I'm
said help
hurt.
Chamberlain with her wound.
Yeah, you go over, you see the blood is starting to, make an obvious, like, hello, look, I'm bleeding.
Yeah, she's not having it. She's not giving a shit.
Weirdest blood happy trail ever.
She literally just turned into a feral animal. She's so pissed off. She's like frenzying right now if she could. Even though she can't. She ripped the rest of the bag off. She's down on all fours. She's looking around. She's freaking out and angry at the same time. Her eyes are huge. Just looking for something to rip to shreds. May I do a perception check, please?
Sure.
She's real angry.
She's seeing red.
She is, actually. She's
But-
not happy at all.
But that's about it. After a few seconds, the rage dies down.
Mm-hmm. Mark that off. So?
Yeah.
Really, y'all are just gonna stand here and then rip the fuck out of my bag and not do anything? Don't y'all have, like, some special spells or some shit that makes things visible or easy to hit or something like that? I can't see a goddamn thing right now.
I have almost removed my last claw from the ceiling.
Thank you, Monk. I appreciate that.
So remind me, how tall is the ceiling again? Is it because it can't be that particularly tall, can
no,
it?
it's not that. It's not that tall. It's like 8 feet.
Okay, yeah. Easy feat.
Yeah. So he's
Like
currently
that.
standing there, but his hand's still stuck up. Like one of his
Yeah.
paws is from. Is
That
like,
one claw,
I'll
that one
give
cat
me.
claw that's like pulling. I'll get it. I'll get it. I promise I'll get it. I'll get it. And then it finally comes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. You
really all I had to do was
gotta
lift
push
up.
it a little bit. Yeah.
Would fairy fire work?
And you can.
I don't know. Will it work?
I'm gonna try it.
Okay. What's the dimensions for the fairy fire?
10 feet. 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube.
All right.
I love that new feature.
Right?
I'm not mad about it at all.
No. Like that is an amazing feature. Like
Okay.
A+ roll 20. A+. So that's the cube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to move it somewhere else.
Well, I mean,
Just holding it so you see the dimensions of it.
yeah, definitely. So, basically, so it like encompasses like the main part of the room, but mostly Tampa.
So, basically here.
Yeah,
Or do
basically.
you want it more like?
Let her swear over it.
Yeah, actually, that would be perfect.
No.
Okay. Everyone inside, make your deck saves.
Sorry, guys.
No.
And what does it look like? What colors are you making?
I'm making it.
I think it's what?
Uh,
Blue, purple, and green are the options.
Oh, there it is. Fucking
Yep.
advantage with 2 10s.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
was gonna say violet light.
Okay.
Mine's a 14, sorry.
Oh
So-
God, sorry. This party has a bad history of Tabaxi and Violet.
Yep. But now you have a Tabaxi that's
It's
violet,
not getting any better.
as well as a Chadra that is violet. And Valence, you also need to make the roll since you are in it.
Oh. Deck save. We have
Wow.
Violet Valis too.
Yeah, and Tamerlane is free from it, but as far as anything else,
How did she get advantage?
Keep an eye out.
she gets deck save for
It's a barbarian level 2 feature.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Danger sense.
advantage, yeah.
But other than that, there's nothing else that's glowing purple.
Well, I'm glad you made all of this easier to hit.
Stab.
Whenever you want to. It's just, I mean, at least somebody tried something.
Yes. We refrained from using the magic that we're not proficient in on the thing that is extremely mobile, that needs to make basically a mobility save. That's why we didn't use it.
So, do you have another idea?
I assume Valus drops the fairy fire.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and think of an idea rather than just acting on
Sitting
impulse.
next to me and watching me isn't working either. Because now I do not have a bag of holding. This, and she holds it up and like waves it in the air, is a bag of rubbish. There's
No,
nothing left of this.
a flag of holding.
A flag for holding.
Oof. There is nothing for it to come after. There's no reason for it to come after me.
Lorona, make a medicine check for me. As you try to
Okay.
help with Tam's wounds.
You're the sweetest ever.
She's like sitting there like dealing with Tamberlay's ripped abs. Both in the tone as well as the fact that there's now a hole in it.
Yes. And my back, that hurts too, a lot.
You're looking at the incision site for the hole, and it is not a smooth, clean circle incision like the other individuals had on the ship. It has a jagged. You're pretty familiar with daggers, so you can tell the difference between something that has a smoothed end to a jagged end, and some of the different wounds that it might leave behind. And this one is definitely much more of a not as clean of a cut. Continue with the
It
convo.
also
though.
doesn't feel that great. Huh?
I said you guys can continue with your convo.
Yeah, this does not feel good. Alright, hang on. And she will... Because she's done this thousands of times. She will pick the shepherd's crook out of her hair. She's had so many things stuck in her hair over her entire life that even if it's woven in there and all that stuff, she is so deft at picking things out of her hair.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous, and she pulls it out in less than like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And she will look at it and just kind of like frown at it for a second and kind of toss it across the room. Like if she can get it like close to around here.
Okay.
Just toss it over there and let it be.
Okay.
She's just done with it.
All right. You yeet it into the corner of the cabin.
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right. Okay.
Then she'll start picking up shit off the floor.
Roger that.
Because there's a lot of shit on the floor.
Yep. Luckily, nothing is damaged besides the bag.
Good, because there's like flasks of oil in there and shit.
Yeah.
She'll grab her backpack and start putting stuff in. God damn it.
Roger that. So, still a couple hours till breakfast unlocking is happening. Is there anything anyone would like to do while in here?
We should probably tell them not to unlock the door.
Yeah.
The little shit's in here somewhere. We have become the box.
Question about that. Are there windows?
Not in the front portion here.
Okay, good.
Are we in the bottom hold of the ship?
Yes.
Or is there a hold below us?
Nope. Remember, this ship is only one hold.
Give me 1 second.
Shit got real heavy real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have Chadra's stuff in here, and I'm already carrying 200 pounds.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll have my own stuff. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I can still carry like almost another 100 pounds. It's not that big of a deal. And I will get this fixed.
Her bags of compounds were each 5 pounds apiece.
Yeah.
So there's at least an extra 25 pounds worth of stuff.
And
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if Lorona could go grab the shepherd's whatever thing and put some poison on it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh.
You've been having some pretty good
Better
perception
luck.
checks, so it's eventually, everything's got to turn back around. You look over there and
Yeah.
you do not see the shepherd's crook.
Okay.
If you want to take some time to try and find it, you can give me an investigation check. That's like getting down on your hands and knees and looking in the crooks and if it possibly got stuck behind
you a
something. Investigation check?
Oh, what? Okay.
I mean, what are you doing over there?
Hold on.
What am I holding for, Chadra?
I'm just doing some quick math in my head.
Math?
Yeah.
Solve your own problems.
Be a lot.
Math's not ready. I'll continue on.
Lorona, what are you doing over there?
I'm going to see if I can find this shepherd's thing.
Oh, shit. If you wanted to find it, I wouldn't have thrown it over there. I just don't want it anywhere near me anymore. I'm tired of this. Right, I threw it right over there. And I'll point to where the direction I threw it.
Lorona, does a 17 hit?
For my armor.
Yes.
My armor's 15.
Okay, so it does hit. Right. That is, with all damages combined, 18 points of damage.
Oh my god.
As you
Gotta
turn
check
around,
for what?
You turn around to talk to Tamberlane and tell her what you're looking for, and out of the darkness, all of a sudden you feel this stab in your throat.
What a dick.
Like the sharpest of bee stings into the side of your neck. And you just
Is it,
in the middle
is
of
it
your
just like a
conversation.
poke or is it like a slash?
Not a slash, it is definitely a stab.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get corroded. You just got stabbed in the side of the neck. As you're, saying that out loud to Tamberlane, and as she's responding, you get this just shank in the side of the neck. And you're just like, and you just kind of immediately start to spit some blood up.
Oh my god! And I'll run over if I have a chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not at initiative yet.
I'll run over and hold her neck and hold her up, and then kind of glare around the room where we are. Are you all right? Holy shit!
That really hurt.
Yeah, here, take this.
Fucking thing.
And I will give you my potion of healing, and it is 6 points of healing.
Thank you, Chamberlain.
That was bugging me, Bellis.
Okay.
Your token being canted
Do you
was
see-
bugging me. Go ahead.
Chamberlain, do you see the shepherd's the thing you threw? Do you see it anywhere?
I will look around for it.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. No, I don't. I'm sorry. If I'd have known that it would be this, if I would ever known it was a problem, I would have held on to it. But it was.
No, I completely understand why you threw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for it too.
I'm so sorry. She's literally holding on to Larona's neck, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
At this point, now that Lorona has literally been stabbed, and that's not the priority here. It's apparently, it's like Twunk is going to take on the form of the dragon, and he's going to be making a perception check since clearly this creature is now moving around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Which, by the way, that for everybody else's sake, that also creates an aura of 10 feet of magical light around him, so there's more light in this room.
Thank goodness.
I don't think anybody turned on a light.
I'm gonna be searching as well.
Well, the lanterns that are lit are still lit. They're ever burning lanterns.
No, they got turned down because people were sleeping.
Yeah. No, they're not that bright to begin with.
I can't roll lower than a 17.
Okay. Valis can though.
But Bellis can.
Keeping an eye out, looking for anything out of place, movement, anything like that. Nothing besides the gentle stuff that's rocking and doing so because of the boat itself moving. Nothing stands out.
Tonk is just going to exclaim, it is such great pains that you are all in this room with me.
Great pains.
Twonk wants to 1v1 cage match this thing.
Wouldn't have it.
There would be a way for which I could possibly attack this creature, but it would also harm the rest of you.
Do it.
It's like, no.
Tamberlane and Lorona, you guys want to stay there?
I mean, where are we gonna go?
You know,
Back
well,
towards the
we can
more
just have
well lit
try to
areas.
people. Yeah. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back
let's
to
go.
me, but-
Okay.
The healing potion closes the wound, so you're no longer bleeding. But
Awesome.
everything still tastes a little bit like iron in your mouth, obviously.
Shit, do I have anything at all? Hang on a second. Do y'all have any, like... No. I got it. I'm gonna pull out some rations.
Okay.
Pull out some rations. And I'm gonna crumble them up so I can find powder, if I can, as fast as I can.
700
And-
square foot area.
What?
The floor space is 700 square feet. Approximately.
It's not actually.
Okay.
That's the math he was doing earlier.
Because it's about 35 by 40 feet, and I was trying to figure out approximately how many gallons it would take to put an eighth of an inch of water onto the deck so that we could see something moving around on the deck. It's about 700 square feet, and it would take 111 gallons of water.
Well, I was just
That's
going to throw
crazy.
some rations on the ground so if it came near, we'd have to walk through them and we can see footprints, but okay.
I'm just letting you know.
I
Wouldn't that
know.
also make an issue for the ship?
I think a bigger issue is the possibly homicidal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
very
killing
true.
all the crew and us, too.
Ships occasionally take
And-
on water for different reasons. Like
Hey, by the
they'll
way, Valis, I'm halfway down.
fill half the ballast on one side of a ship to do a broadside so that the boat won't move as much, or so that
Yep.
they can angle the guns
Are
for
you
a
going
higher
to make
range.
water or am I going to throw crumbs? I'm throwing
No, I'm
crumbs.
not. We don't have enough water, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm throwing crumbs around us. If it takes like 3 or 4 rations, I'm throwing crumbs.
Yeah. If you
I
want
want to see those motherfucking footprints.
I'd say if you want to fill a 5-foot square of space in front of you with crumbs, it'll take 3 rations.
Oh, 3 rations? Wow, that's a lot.
You're trying to crush this shit down into powder.
I know, I'm doing my best. Do you think I'm holding somebody else's rations too? Because I do not have.
And you don't have a mortar and pestle, so this is all by hand.
I know, I'm doing as fast as I can. That's 3 rations. You know what? Since I'm holding everybody else's rations for some odd reason, I will.
Rations,
Oh.
all the rations.
I will
You can use a couple of mine too.
crush 3 more rations.
Okay.
Or sorry, 6 more. So it's like here, and here. I don't want that thing near me at all.
All right.
Oh, that's you, not me. Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah, I got you.
And I will like keep my fucking tiny ass eyes on all that space.
Gotcha.
This is creepy.
And
I don't like it.
Lorana?
can Lorena use the gem of brightness for the 30-foot radius?
To light up this area?
Bright light, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
Let's see. No, it just activates. 30 feet of bright light, 30 feet of dim light. Yeah, if you're just turning it on to be a light, it doesn't expend a charge or anything like that. So, Lorana's got her flashlight on.
All right.
Anything else?
Wonk is going to. Jay, you know what? Like, Wonk is actually going to start. He's actually going to go return to the ceiling.
Okay.
And he's actually going to start doing actually a sweep of the ceiling.
Okay. Ceiling's, I mean, obviously, for the humor side of things and what we said earlier, we rolled with it, but like trying to stay on it too long, mainly because the people above you are awake now, moving around, so it doesn't make it the simplest or most comfortable thing to sort of walk your way along. You could do it. It's just there's extra stuff happening. I just wanted to let you know. So I didn't want you being like, any vibration I feel, I'm gonna react to. Like, well, you're gonna feel a lot of it because people are walking above you.
What he's kind of actually trying to do is because he's actually kind of like suspecting that this creature can climb, and is like maybe wondering if it's like trying to mask itself on the ceiling. So that's why he's kind of like literally moving around, trying to create a burden on top of the area.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, this bottom area does have plenty of things. It's not a smooth interior hole. You got places that have hooks. You've got, different ropes that are cast up and down. Like, because initially this area is meant for storage. So there's nets that go up the side of the wall, so that way you can put stuff in it to keep it from shifting about on the deck. So there's plenty of stuff, even if the creature itself doesn't have a climb speed, for it to climb up. But the ceiling specifically would take an extra bit of ability for climbing to be able to even hold on for too long. But we'll say that you start to do that. Go ahead and give me perception checks as you move across the ceiling. Give me 2. One for towards the door and one towards the hatch.
27 and 17.
Okay. As you're moving from the door to the hatch, you're pretty confident that, I mean, even you are having a hard time completely staying up here. You feel like by the time that you're finishing over towards the hatch, that at least the ceiling is ruled out as a place that this thing might be holding out. And about roughly the time that you get to the hatch and you get towards the end of it to possibly make your way down or make your way back, there is a magical at the door as the white energy of the door dissipates once again, and the door opens up and you see Mum with the 2 crewmates once again. She's got a new tray of food, different smattering.
It's in here.
Close the door!
What?
Oh, it's the fucking door.
The door opens in, so you guys can slam it shut.
Valis, you're closest.
I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
And I was like, the fucker's in here.
Alright. You hear some muttering between her and the 2 crewmen.
Lock it.
Sorry, we were just trying to protect y'all.
Yeah, Valis, your hands sort of burn and singe, and you kind of pull them away. Kind of like that feeling of holding something too hot, but pulling away before you actually burnt. As the lock happens to the door once again. Murmurs on the other side as she talks to the 2 crewmen, and then heavy footsteps move away at a much faster speed.
I turn back. Well, at least it's not going to get out.
If it didn't already.
Yeah.
Hopefully it didn't.
Fingers crossed. You didn't find that shepherd's crook, did you? Shit. Shouldn't have thrown it. Fuck.
It's okay, Chamberlain.
No, I know, but I was
I
frustrated.
honestly didn't
and
think of it until after you threw it, so
Yeah,
it's
I was
okay.
frustrated and I was not thinking correctly and shit. I will move
Perception
to
check.
the. Alright.
Chad, your perception check as well.
Roger that.
Valis, you're giving me perception, right?
Oh, you said Valis.
Yeah.
But you said Tamberley. Perception. Son of a bitch!
Chadra, before you hear something, you sort of feel something, and just the edge of your blind fighting sense. And initially, you're not chalking it up to anything because it's right where Valis is standing. But you realize, wait, that's a little bit too low for Valis. And as you turn your head, you see the white energy flash across the door again. Valis currently has his back to the door.
Like it unlocked?
And the door creaks
Like
open.
something hit it.
Valis, you feel
Oh,
not the impact, but the slight feeling of something touching your back, and it probably makes you jump like a little girl, real quick. But as you're spinning and turning around to see what it was, probably making an unarmed strike, if not shooting an arrow, you see it's just the door is slightly open now, and it's only open about 5-6 inches.
As I'm slamming it shut again and going, stop opening the door!
We didn't open up the...
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch!
You hear heavy footsteps running away. And then...
Can I look out the door and see if I see it?
You quickly open up the door and look out. One person dead in front of the door. And then further out, right about here, another person is face down on the ground. And something is on top of it. Taller than the doll you originally saw. Not the same colors either. Holding something vicious looking in its hand. It turns its head over its shoulder and looks at you. Still in a humanoid shape. Legs, arms, head, and body. But these almost dreadlock-like hair kind of hangs over the sides, down its back, as it looks over at you. Almost from because there's no light right here, but your dark vision is sort of pushing into it, with a little bit of light further down in the hold itself, peering in from the top. But even though it's being backlit, you can't really see the face, but you see the red eyes glow a little bit, until it all of a sudden just disappears again, as it goes invisible.
Damn it. Try to shoot at it.
You want to take a shot?
No, it's invisible. I don't want to hit the guy in case he's still alive.
He's got a stab wound in the back and an arrow up his ass. What the fuck happened?
Kinky
Dead
monster.
anyway.
The fletching on the arrow just happens to be the same fletching as Valus's arrows? I have no idea.
I must have saw it and liked what I did, and I'm missing a few arrows actually. I think that's what it was. It must have stolen them.
Yeah.
But Valus is standing in front of the door with the door wide open. You see that, Valus? Are you gonna say anything to anyone?
I'm gonna turn around and tell everyone the fucker's on the loose, and I think it evolved. Going with the Pokemon joke from last time.
Yes.
Just.
I'm here with you.
Okay.
I'll grab my axe and run the fuck out that door.
Okay.
Try to follow it.
Roger that. You skirt around the corner, jump over the dead body. Like I said, you see another dead body right about here, but other than that, you don't see anything. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm good at these. 17?
Okay. You don't see anything, but you do hear commotion upstairs.
Okay, I'll follow the noise then.
All right. Running to the stairs, and then coming up on deck. Anybody else?
I'll follow Chamberlain.
Wonk is running. I was waiting to see if we were allowed to do anything else.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for too. We would have been
Oh, I'm sorry.
pretty hot on our heels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not in any initiative order, so I'm just letting people talk to talk.
And
I wasn't trying to leave anybody behind.
This and this are the same deck, right?
Yeah, this is just the showing the
Yeah,
what's underneath
I
the
just wanted to
corner
make sure.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
I'll also be looking for
Actually, wait, where do we see the source of the commotion coming from?
Well,
before I
let me
place
tell you that.
Chandra?
Currently slung over this cannon here is a dead individual. And on these stairs themselves, going up to the top of this quarterdeck, there is currently an unconscious mum.
Oh.
I'll
There are-
go over to.
Yeah, there are a couple individuals who are like pushed up against the edge of the siding here along this entire side as they are all freaking out because it's a small skeleton crew that's working right now, so it's only Mum and like 5 other individuals. Technically 7, but they're dead on the bottom of the deck right now.
Yeah, I'll go over to Mum.
You see about 5 stab wounds in her back.
I mean, unless Twunk wants to heal her.
Blessing
I
of the
will.
Caladrius, hear my call.
Okay.
As he's going to cast Aura Vitality and then use his bonus action to give Mum 2d6 hit points.
Okay.
And unless he gets interrupted, he is going to keep pushing as many of these hit points as he can into it.
Gotcha. Mum, at first unconscious as the hit points start to flow into her. The guy that's over the cannon, he's past saving.
Okay.
Yeah, he is corroded. But Mum is at first unconscious, and as the hit points start flowing into her, she comes back. She didn't get one shot, so. And as she starts to kind of like blink everything back into.
Don't move. Stay here with me. You're gonna feel better.
And she just points to the front of the ship.
Okay.
Right about here. She's like, jumped off. Heard splash.
Okay.
not on the ship anymore.
And as the hit points keep healing it, you see the slow wounds are healing or closing up.
Until the aura of vitality goes away, I'm gonna just stay right here with her.
Actually, just let me know how many rounds pass, if any rounds are passing.
Yeah, she needs 44 hit points.
Wow.
I'll do this in sets of 2d6s. 9, 18, 29, 37,
90,
42.
28.
Yep.
36.
That's the number of rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
6 rounds.
Yep. So you have 4 left.
And you know what? The other guys on the ground were all beyond saving, right? Or
Well,
was there
the three that
another
are
guy that looked like?
the 3 that are on the side, they're completely fine.
But the ones that the guy who got stabbed outside of our door, the guy got stabbed in the hallway, and the guy over the cannon.
The guy over the cannon's completely
Those are
dead.
all-
The guy, you'd have to check the 2 below deck to see if they're past saving or not.
I'll once Mum is starting to feel better, I'll go down there and check.
Okay, so the guy that the second guy is dead, but the first guy is still alive.
All right.
The one we all just stepped over.
Yes.
There.
Oz, why are you laughing? You could have checked to see if he was dead.
I mean, literally, so can everybody else, but I mean,
So yeah, there's a healing potion for him.
Okay. That'll definitely make him
Yes.
feel better.
He
I guess
might
so.
not
Like
be-
the rest of the healing isn't wasted. I'll just give the last bits to Tamberlay. Because
Thank you.
Tam and Lorona.
she
How
got
much?
hurt.
Yeah, Tamberlay and Lorona, you both. Hug, stand under it.
I'll split it between the 2 of them.
Okay.
So the first 2 are going to Tamberlay. The second 2 are going to Lorona, because I think they both took a chunk regardless.
Lorona gets both ones.
Everything.
Or sorry, not Lorona, Tamberlay.
I
So
know,
9 to
right?
Tam, 4 to Lorona.
Okay.
Better
No,
than that.
that's
Oh.
I get, since I have 4 more uses before the spell ends.
Oh, gotcha. So 13 to
Like
Tam.
this first 2, yeah, and then
13.
I guess it didn't matter. Then 13. to
Better
both
than
of them,
nothing. I
guess.
feel better right now.
So yeah, I guess I would
Thank you.
have came down here to help out. Not dead guy.
Chadra.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, great. 17.
You feel some movement
Fairy fire.
right about here. Okay.
Fair.
What's your
Right
safety?
wherever it was that I felt it 10. So it's a 50-50.
Nothing seems to proc.
Yeah, I figured as much.
But with your perception check, you do notice that a very reminiscent smell hits your nostrils. Now, being down here, that's understandable, next to the gunpowder and everything like that, but all the gunpowder is usually contained in the charges. But you're smelling free-flowing gunpowder.
Oh no, the barrels.
And then a little bit of movement seems to go past your 10-foot range.
I'm gonna move in the same direction it was moving.
Okay.
oh no.
As you move 5 feet here, you feel a little bit of movement at the back of this barrel. And again, more fresh flowing gunpowder smell.
I'm gonna go on the other side and see if it's punching holes in these barrels.
Okay. You get to the other side, and sure enough, you see a small hole dug between 2 of the planks of the barrel that has been wedged open.
I will try to stop up the hole. I don't care if I gotta like rip off my sleeves, and whatever exposed gunpowder's on the ground, I'm pouring all of the water in my water skin on.
Okay. As you jump over to get that done, you feel a little bit of movement.
Like,
between these
how
two
close
barrels.
to me? Oh, like out of my eyesight?
Yeah.
Get it.
I'm gonna shout for help, and I'm gonna try and capture this thing, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and
I think
give
Twunk
me.
would probably have been the first to respond.
Yep. Go ahead
Yeah.
and give me a athletics check. Sorry,
Athletics.
with
roger that.
disadvantage.
Of course, athletics. My least favorite.
Haha.
Yeah, and hearing
Hold on.
my
That's
Not bad.
13.
You reach out for the feeling of it's so small that it's barely procking your blind fighting. But you reach out for it and you feel it, but it slips through your fingers as you go to clasp closed.
Okay.
And it's fast, and you don't feel it anymore past this spot.
I'm
Twunk,
running in that.
You've heard, and I think Valis, you said you're running down there too.
yes.
Yep. So they both come trudging down the stairs.
Reacted before. We don't have a bag of holding anymore. This thing was activated when I did this the first time. Guess I could say it again. What's the worst that could happen?
It's the worst that could happen.
I mean, I'm trying to think about this like the most logical way possible.
The smell of fresh
Trust me,
gunpowder
I
is
understand.
still very present, probably
I
from
get
that
it.
first barrel.
We need to stop up these gunpowder barrels and pour water on the spilt.
I'll be helping, knowing that Chadra's like, you need to help me.
Where did I go? Did I delete me?
Nope, you're
No,
underneath
I
Alice, I'll kill you.
I was just trying to help.
Stand on me like I'm a fucking doormat.
Chadra and Twunk, give me perception checks.
Roger that.
Twunk, you have advantage on this because this is smell based.
I'm gonna say. Oh damn it! Follow.
Follow your
That's what
nose.
got us into this. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is bad.
17.
Sorry, what was that?
17.
17? A familiar smell for you, Twunk. And it makes sense with the galley being nearby. It almost smells like, not quite fat, but maybe a type of oil?
Oh no.
Ouch.
Yeah.
This is the
Like-
galley, right?
Yeah.
I'm smelling like sniffing. Is that not fat? No. Oil. No.
Oil?
Maybe. It's a
Nope.
Valis, you're helping just water down the exposed gunpowder that you see. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Also trying to plug holes, any holes that I.
Yeah. You also notice that this barrel has been opened. And
Again?
so, Well, you never got to close that when you were working on
Oh,
this one
okay.
when you felt movement that way, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Dousing any exposed gunpowder and
Mhm.
plug in holes.
Twunk is like thinking for a moment. Audra, is there anything that a creature like this could do with oil?
Start a fire.
Well, it's at this time that you smell. It's like I don't know if you've ever personally done this, but the specific fragrance that comes from feathers being lit on fire.
Oh God.
But you're getting that fragrance, and since it's a new smell coming to you, you know the direction that it's coming from, and it's this way. And as you look over, you see that tiny doll with the green hair. Well, not green hair anymore, as it is now a flaming torch of head. And it is currently walking around this way. And as you see it, you notice a slick shine on the floor.
There's all
Fuck.
sorts of this debris and stuff in front of me, right?
Yep. And the slick shine seems to go in roughly this. It's spread all over as the ship continues to rock a little bit from being on the waves. And as this creature steps, head aflame, it just falls forward into the oil.
Twunk try to catch it with Mage Hand.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
I was also going to try and shoot it,
Create and destroy baking soda.
but it's not a great idea to shoot it because there's potentially exposed gunpowder still, so I'm not going to do that. That's why I haven't shot at it yet.
You have like
I'm going to shoot at it.
I don't think you would have had you were over here.
Yeah,
Punk's
you
still the
were
one that noticed it.
back behind the barrels.
I was standing right here. That's why I was thinking I could, but I can't. Because I don't have my crossbow on me either. Yep.
Twunk, you reach out with the mage hand to try and impact this little thing, and the mage hand does get to it, but not before its head has fallen off the body and into the oil. Now, it's not a very flammable, it's not like, it immediately erupts into fire type of oil. This is very much like food fat rendered oil.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a minute.
So it's not, oh, you guys are done. It is, the head falls off into the fire, and it's a slow burn as the fire starts to pick up in the immediate area and slowly start to spread towards
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
go forward and try and just get as much of that fat and stuff like that, and just minimize the amount that there is leading in this trail that is leading to the barrels, with myself if I have to. I don't care. Like, otherwise the whole ship will explode.
Yep. Okay.
Are
Me and Kimberly able to come down and help?
Yeah.
I mean, are we hearing this commotion, or are we just
Well, you initially heard Chadra yell out for help,
all right?
but these stairs are only large enough for one person to go down at a time.
Why don't you stay up here and keep watch while
Which you guys would be literally
if
coming
Lorna
down
wants to go back down?
right there. Chadra, you're jumping forward.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm wearing a jacket or a cloak or something like that, I'm trying to wipe as much of it off of the deck as humanly possible.
Okay. Twonk, your mage hand has yeeted the rest of the body further back into this direction, because some of it is smoldering and a bit on fire.
Lorona, are you down here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lorana
Yeah,
just
she's
came
right
down.
next to you.
I would tell Lorana to go into the kitchen, grab salt, flour, anything that she can get her hands on.
Okay.
Like a Twunk actually is going to run over to the body because honestly, he doesn't trust the fact that this creature could probably still move around without a head.
Right.
Gotcha.
Was this the kitchen down here? Is that what
yeah,
you
right
were?
The kitchen's right here.
Oh, right
yeah.
there.
Well, yeah, it's split between the two.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Try and find
she'll go
anything
here.
like that, and
Okay, Lorana, go ahead and give me an investigation check. And Twunk, you're running over to. Are you bringing the mage hand body to you, or are you just going over here? Lorana, you're gonna take a little bit of fire damage as you're stepping
Okay.
through the stuff, but it's only 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
Twunk?
Am I not being heard?
There you are.
I heard and then that was it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like he is like a running over toward it just because he could move a bit faster.
Gotcha. Yeah, the 30 feet
So-
that the mage hand moves.
It's like is like the body kind of like moving around at all, or is it just kind of like smoldering, flaming, or whatever?
Yeah, by the time you get to there, if the mage hand was still holding on to it, it actually probably would have done enough damage to the mage hand to make it disappear.
Mage Hand doesn't even take damage.
Okay. But yeah, it is cooking from the inside. Like some of the fire and everything has gone into the body
Oh,
of this
okay.
creature. And
Okay. Like if that basically if this body is still like writhing around, it's like
not moving.
It's not moving.
no, it's just the fire is eating away at the wooden insides of this doll.
I'm gonna shout to Tamberley if she came down here, and Valis, since they're both right there, to start like moving barrels.
Actually, could remind me how big is the opening of a water skin? I actually don't have a visual for this.
I would imagine like maybe an inch, like think like a water bottle top.
Yeah.
I don't think the water's gonna do anything to oil though.
No, it's not about that. I was trying to think of a.
Okay.
Shoving the thing into something. Lorana, you end up you find basically what would amount to yeast.
Okay.
It's the first floury, powdery substance that you come across, and you find a good 3-pound bag of it.
Okay, she's gonna rip open the bag and throw it on the fire.
Okay.
Like right where the fire is.
Going
Yeah, like
towards-
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To stop it.
Start to undo the bag.
Yeah, if that thing is still firing, it's just like a Twunk is going to grab it himself, even if it's on fire, and he's actually going to start running out of this room.
Okay.
Just to make sure that basically this thing doesn't start casting more cinders. Now that I think about it, he's actually going to first grab one of the why am I suddenly forgetting the word?
Lorana, you take 1 more point of fire damage as you're sort of standing on top of it, putting it out.
Okay.
He's gonna grab one of his claws, hold it over it, then start burning it, just so the flames don't start jumping as he's moving throughout the room, because there is still exposed gunpowder.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so holding it like that, we'll just say you take 3 points of fire as it's just sort of singeing your hand, and you're going over and back the open flames that the lit oil is on. And these barrels, actually, I need Tam and Valis to make athletics checks. Because these barrels not only have gunpowder in them, but also cannon balls. So they're handy.
Hopefully that popped up. I think it was the 19.
Yeah, I got yours.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Just waiting for Tamerlane's.
Oh, what am I doing now?
Athletics.
I thought it says right.
Moving a barrel. Valis, you're able to.
Do let me know when I get to, up to top deck.
Yeah, you're up top now.
13.
It takes you a little bit, but you can eventually swing one of the barrels out of the way.
All right. I was waiting for that actually.
And Shadow, since they moved the barrels, you're now focusing on stopping the oil from going even further.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever powder is not on the actual oil itself, I'm splooshing onto the oil as much as I possibly can.
Oh, you sploosh, all right.
I will.
Best sploosher ever.
Grade A sploosher over here. But yeah, Twunk, you're on top deck.
Is Mun still on?
Yeah.
I know she got like healed, but like maybe it was like is Mun currently like up top
Yeah,
deck
she's
right
up
now?
here
Or
coalescing the people who are still alive, and she actually would be pretty much right next to you. She's going to remove the lock on Trevor's room.
It's like Twink is going to say, like, we need to work quickly. There was a fire below deck.
She'd be like,
Gunpowder's been exposed.
she's gonna see. Yep, she's gonna stay here to finish undoing the lock first. And so that's gone. Boop. So Trevor can come out and assist. Yeah, she'll send Trevor down. And Mum will start to move to undo the lock on the other side. That. So between Larona and Chadra, doing the oil and the powder on top of the oil and everything, and the barrels moved out of danger range. There's a little bit more damage that happens here as the fire's allowed to sort of burn for a bit. But eventually, without too much in the way, because it's on the floor, it's not like, up against the walls and everything like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't catch everything on fire. It was just sort of going the path of the oil, and once the oil burns out, and gets disturbed enough.
Bad news, guys. We lost the Fruit Loops.
What?
Valis is upset.
Not my Fruit Loops!
Because the Lucky Charms are gone too.
And me Lucky Charms!
As long as there's
No.
great meths left, we're fine.
We don't have to tell them that I just hid the grape or the Lucky Charms. That way I can eat them.
They're magically delicious!
I know, but you think that they got burnt up because you're magically a dumbass.
Not
But
really magically.
Not wrong.
with some quick acting and thinking, you guys were able to facilitate the ship not blowing up. So that's a win.
For now, I guess.
Trevor is down here with you guys, not only and a couple of the crew, not only getting the body out of here, and taking the other back to bed to be infirmed, but also a few of the crew down here helping seal the barrels efficiently. And those that were damaged just a little bit too much are being transferred into new barrels.
That poor motherfucker that got, basically killed, and then we jumped over his body, and then I came back and gave him a healing potion. He's, barely coming to, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna blow up now. Great. That dude's starting a new career. He's gonna be a gardener when we get back into port. Fuck a sailing
Poor guy.
shit.
Poor guy.
But the drama has been dealt with. The oil gets cleaned up. And the lockdown is lifted.
And we no longer have a tiny homicidal vampire on the loose?
Twonk, I'm guessing
Well-
you yeeted that burnt corpse into the ocean at some point.
It was going immediately in the water. Just not really taking any chances on that one.
Yeah. No, completely understandable.
I mean, we
and
can't say for sure that we don't have a tiny homicidal maniac on board. Tamberlay's still
Tamberlay is still here.
Well, if we want to get really D&D technical, she is small-sized.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, small homicidal maniac.
You piss me off.
Which is all the time.
Hey, my secret, I'm always angry.
All right, Hulk.
Wouldn't
So
Alice makes it easy.
it be Mini Hulk?
you tell her that. See if
Did
you
you
have
say something?
see if you have nuts later.
Tamberlay smash.
Well, maybe not smash. I'll say
Tamberlay pop.
if she unarmed strikes your nuts and she crits, you're losing them.
I mean, my number strike is 5 points. Just flat out.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck
Just
with
flat
those.
out. No.
Anyway,
Because they can flatten those things out real fast.
less balls, more pancakes.
Right? Anyway,
With the main threat, Mum being for sure that whatever else was on the ship had jumped over the side, and with you guys bearing witness to the death of the other little thing, and with Valis' accounts and Mum's accounts of the other creature being seen,
El Chupacabra.
not quite the chupacabra, it's
Chihuahua.
closer.
if you want a cabra,
It's a little.
I'm sure he's going to tell us.
Senses are, or tensions are a little bit lessened as the crew goes into more of repair and damage control mode. Fixing up what they can from the fire damage, fixing the barrels, giving them something else to focus on besides A, the fact that they just almost blew up, and B,
Right.
possibly an invisible murdering machine on their ship. So it's a bit of welcome distraction for the rest of this day and the next day, as you guys are greeted with the port of a port of a Blal, and as
There at the end of the pier. Sorry.
just an explosion at the end of the pier.
No, I was saying I was insinuating that we have a special guest waiting at
Oh,
the end of the pier
Reuben.
for us.
No, unfortunately. Since Trevor had called in for a cleansing check of the ship and its crew, you guys have to go through the rigmarole of waiting as about 7 different individuals get onto the ship, casting different magics to slowly scan the ship to make sure that no extra things are on, in, or attached to the ship that shouldn't be. But
I
with that,
suggest going in pairs.
huh?
I suggest going in pairs.
Oh, they're going all 7 together.
Okay.
Each one of them
Okay,
is
that's good.
casting a different spell, and
Da-da-da-da-da.
they're just doing a large.
Da-da-da-da-da.
But with that, you guys are granted access back into the town.
All right.
Repairs shouldn't take long, and Trevor is going to have his meeting quickly, as he needs to see to some other matters, specifically messages and letters to families and friends. Your rooms at your inn are bought and
The
paid
tiny
for.
horse inn?
Bought and paid for the night.
Is this
Is it the tiny
Inn?
horse one?
This is the Tiny Horse Inn.
Even Tiny
Oh.
Horse. Even Tiny
Tiny
Horse
Horse!
is not gonna fix this.
No, but they'll make it a little bit better.
About as close as it was gonna get.
Right.
Maybe the tap dancing happy birthday. Just saying.
I will actually go up to the bartender and ask if there have been any letters for any of us. Just in
Nothing.
case. Family, mama, no,
Mhm.
but I'm just
Yep.
making sure.
No, nothing. Bartender's got nothing for you.
All right.
Except alcohol,
like a-
which we all very much need.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Trevor will say that he'll meet you guys down for dinner, but he's got a bunch of letters and shit to write.
I mean,
What time of day is it when we arrive, actually?
You'd be arriving shortly after noon, so you have about 4 hours until dinner time.
It's like, I guess, like, before this is forgotten about, like, Twunk would go out, since we did, like, you know, like, actively go to magic shops on our previous visit.
Mhm.
Twunk is going to take the box containing, like, the small, like, a little metal
Oh, yes.
sphere, and see if he can have that identified.
Yes.
And Chadder's gonna go get another healing potion.
Yeah, Lorona needs to do some things too.
Don't say it like that. That makes it sound really shady.
Sorry.
She is a rogue.
Replenish some items. Is that better?
I mean, it's the fact that you're a rogue. It still sounds shady.
That's fine.
It's not because you're a drow like some people.
All right.
We drow know we're all up to shady shit.
Okay. You for an identify spell that's going to be 2 gold,
Okay.
and come to find out that it is an orb of shielding.
Shielding.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have had that thing out the whole time. No, I'm
Not
just
quite.
kidding. I don't know.
Yes, we could have had that thing out the entire time.
No.
And it would have helped us.
Possibly
okay.
not.
No.
I guess which variant?
This one is a specific type. I'm trying to click it to open
It's a Skrikerfix?
my OneNote
That's my favorite
page.
one.
This one, if you're holding the orb when you take radiant damage, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d4.
So what you're saying is it wouldn't have done anything.
Exactly. Hence why I said no when people were bringing it up. But yeah.
Yeah, it's the one made of Irian quartz.
Yes. The quartz is inside the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Twonk's love.
Actually, out of his own curiosity, if it provided that information as well, like, what exactly is that metal made of?
That metal is polished cadmium.
Ooh.
Attuned to the earth plane.
This is druidically kosher.
I'm down for it.
I vibe with it. So, now you know what the sphere
Yeah, I
is.
get. Yeah, so it's like, and Twunk will return with that information so that people can at least not be paranoid about this too.
We're paranoid.
Oh, say people, but really Tamberlane.
Yeah, well.
It's understandable.
Chowder's less worried.
In fact, Twunk is actually going to, like, when he says this, he's going to, like, put both hands on her small shoulders, look her deep in the eye, and, like, with the most straight words he possibly can. This object will not harm us.
Someone immediately
Are you
throws
sure?
it into Tamberley's face.
Right, I've seen Canada balls do the same thing, but I mean, what's it for again? I'm a little lost.
Protection.
Protection.
Could you be armed by such forces that are akin to the sun's brightest rays? You would be able to shield yourself partially from its destruction.
So it's sunscreen.
SPF 4.
What is sunscreen?
It's a lotion
He
that I put on
says,
my body.
completely
So
furred.
it's a lotion that I put on my skin so that when I lay out in the sun, I do not get burnt.
You live a very unfortunate existence.
I don't see it so.
And I wish to lay about in the sun. I simply do.
Yes, well, I also am not covered in fur like you are.
He does need to protect his nosy.
Either way, I appreciate every bit of extra protection we can get.
Are you holding on to that one, Chunk?
He'll hold on to it for the time being, if for no other reason than Tamberley has some things to sort out as far as, like, well, everybody needs to figure out their carrying situation. Not that this thing is particularly heavy, but
Just for as people's inventories go, because it does require attunement if you want to use it.
I read that part.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna go look for an enchanter. Is there an enchanter in this city?
Yes, there is.
May I seek them out, please?
I will go ahead and say if it's anything under a level 1 spell, anything over a level 1 spell, they cannot get it done within a day.
We're only here for a day? That's dumb.
Minor repairs.
Yeah, how long did you expect to stay here?
In a blawl?
Yeah, Trevor's got to get you guys home. Your guys' contract's ending soon.
He doesn't want to pay
On
the late fee
rental.
on the rental.
I know that's what kind of bothers me too.
I think, in fact, I'm pretty sure there's literally a portion of our contract where we get paid extra for an overtime fee. So,
Oh, okay.
And it ain't cheap.
Well, I'm gonna find one anyway.
Okay.
and I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna wave my bag in his face and be like, "How much to fix this?"
I mean, I could send you to a seamstress and she can sew it up for you.
It used to be a bag of holding.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yes. So if I found somebody that could fix it, about how much would they charge? Apparently you can't do it in a day.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, probably. Time-wise, to fix it with the proper enchantment. First off, you need to take it to a proper seamstress to make sure that it is. Once again,
I have one of those.
All right. You're looking at more than likely 4 or 5 days. Extra dimensional spaces are a bit finicky.
How much? Is it just patching up the hole? That's going to take 4 or 5 days?
Oh, no. You see, the seamstress needs to put in an entire new one individual piece of fabric on the inside of the bag that the hull is attached to. This rip, even if it gets sewn up, can't be used anymore. Now, the leather portion on the outside of the bag, yeah, that's fine. That could be sewed up. But the inner portion needs to be a soft, a solid one bit of cloth for the enchantment to go into. And then the enchantment needs to be attached to an extra planar location and, sectioned off and everything. That's where the time really comes in.
So what you're saying is that it's cheaper to buy a new one?
It wouldn't be cheaper to buy a new one. But
if I could get someone to gut the thing and then put a brand new inside in, enchanting it wouldn't cost as much as buying a new one.
It'd be a bit cheaper depending on your connections to the person.
All right. Sir, do you know if there is an iron hearth in this city or not? I forgot.
No, not in this city.
Not in this city. Of course there's not.
Right, just the only iron hearth in the law is in the capital.
Oh. Well, we wouldn't want to go that far now, would we? But,
unless you want to see King Reuben.
Yeah, his father died out of nowhere, and he's all of a sudden the king now.
Say that out loud to me?
No.
I was talking to Chadra.
Oh, I don't even know if Chadra went with you.
Perfect. So she didn't. Good. All right. Well, I appreciate your input, and your help. And if you ever get to, shit, it's been so long since we've been home. I don't even remember where I live anymore.
Skirmish.
Chadra, you're not there.
I mean, if you ever get to the other side of the world, look us up, I guess.
All right, will do.
Have a good day.
You as well.
She'll kind of walk off a little sullen. You can't fix my bag, suck. With poor bag.
So, Timberlake pouts all the way back to the tiny horse inn.
Yes, I will.
And then gets marginally cheerier as she sees the tiny horses.
I don't know.
I said marginally. Just more of that. My life's a little bit better just because tiny horses are in it right now.
Is the same one working in our room?
You go and you ring the little bell and everything. It's not the same one. It is actually a jet black one.
Honey, I have a request, and I don't know if you can fulfill it or not.
Oh, I can do my best, dear.
Is there a... I know this can sound really horrible and really racist, but it's not racist, it's just preference-wise. You wouldn't happen to have a Clydesdale version of y'all, would you?
Unfortunately, within our Genealogy, we don't have that specific type
Okay.
of...
I'm fine. No, okay, it's fine then. It's fine. Can I just get some whiskey and some beer, please?
Of course, I can bring that right up for
Thank
you.
you.
Yep.
Sit over here with my bag.
Lorona and Shad are just watching all that go down.
Look, they have softer cheeks, okay? And their feet are really cute. And they clop a lot. Shut up. You don't know me.
I think they're getting to know you. Your whiskey and beer come not too long behind. Again, wearing
They don't take a
the
long to drink either.
yeah, wearing the serving tray sort of harness that they slide the drinks onto the middle little area, and it pops out for you. She'll ask not only to
Thank you.
Tamberlay, but to everybody else. Is there anything else that I can get for you all?
No, not for me. I'm okay.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh God, why is there a man in this room?
Why was he hiding
That
in
was
your
you,
closet?
No, it's creepy. Creepy
Oh,
ass.
there.
Chadra is already asleep in her bed.
Hmm.
All right. So, anything else before dinner?
No.
Nope.
Besides dinner, no.
Can can uh can she walk over to Tam and say clip clop for every step she takes over to her?
What?
She wants to say clip clop for every step she walks over to Timberlake.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Yeah, makes
It's
happy.
a little weird, but it helps a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I hear if you get two halves of a coconut and you clop them together, it sounds like a Clydesdale. It's just been a
I
really
will work
long
on that
time
for
since
you.
I've had a coconut. I don't think they have any coconuts in Ablal, do they?
No, unfortunately not.
I didn't think so.
Just dashing all of Tamberlay's dreams.
The worst place ever. No wonder he lives here.
Saying that of the town that has the tiny horses.
You know what? Even the worst place in the world has to have something good about it.
All right. So, dinner time then?
Yep.
Raj, unless Valis, you wanted something from the tiny horses?
Nope, nothing from the tiny horses.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, room
sure.
service? It is literally room service.
Yep. Because your guys' horse is a dapple. They call him the Rhinestone Cowboy.
I bet they do.
No.
Alright, so with that, by the time dinner time rolls around, you guys eventually go back down to meet up with Trevor. And you do find him in a table roughly right up against the bar. And he's talking to another individual at the table whose back is currently to you guys. Trevor sees you guys start to come down the stairs and gestures you all over. Trevor's just like,
Down.
welcome everybody. Bad decisions. This is, and a very familiar voice and face, leans back in the chair, turns around and goes, "Yeah, no, I know them." As Reuben leans back and looks over his shoulder to you guys.
Reuben!
Valis! He stands up to give you a hug.
I'm giving him a great big hug.
You notice now that currently positioned outside, the doors to the tavern are open. There are 4 guards on the outside of the tavern and 2 on the inside of the doors. And though there are some patrons in here, they are to the outskirt tables. And a couple guards in plainer clothes, but still weapons on them and everything, sit at different tables closer nearby. Give Valis a hug. And how are my old friends? Shake Chadra's hand.
It is upon great winds that we are able to meet face to face once more.
This has never been truer. Glad to see you all again.
Reuben, nice to see you.
He'll extend his hand. Stand by there.
Take it cordially.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little bit harder than she should.
It's quite all right. And with that, he'll be like, and it seems you have a new compatriot. Hi, my name is
Yes,
Reuben.
this is Lorona.
Nice to meet you,
Yes, hello,
Lorona.
my name is Lorona.
I hope they haven't driven you completely crazy yet.
No, not yet.
Just give it time. But it's a good kind of crazy. Don't worry. Sit. Let's have some dinner. And, resume his seat. As soon as he sits down, and as he has said that, about 4 or 5 tiny horses come clip-clopping around the actual bar itself, all with the serving trays, and they will slide into different sections of the table. Nice spread of different foods and drinks, all extended out. Not excessive in the way of how much food you guys can eat, but definitely slightly higher quality than some of the stuff you've already seen here. Reuben kind of just looks at everyone. Dig in, don't wait for me. Just bring us back to how we used to hang out with one another. Maybe a little less hostility.
I'm gonna look over at Tamberlay.
She glares back.
But you guys all start to portion out different different sections of the meal. Twunk?
I trust that the sun has shone favorably upon thy face.
It's been a moment since I've had to think as your metaphors, but let's just say sun has shone upon the side of the face in which I wanted it to.
Suppose that is the best we can always hope for.
Sometimes, well, let's be honest, a lot of times you can't choose when the sun is going to be upon your face, but being able to choose which side is some of the small bit of control that we can have. How about you all? Besides the new compatriots, how have things been going? I heard you moved all to Terramesh.
Yeah, we've definitely moved to Terramesh, and
some of you have already left your mark on it.
Well,
He's
it was
staring
an
at Valis.
accident.
left your mark and left your scent are two different things.
More of like a mark in someone's memory. And
Yeah, well, he left a mark and his scent. So maybe both.
Yeah,
Hans face immediately sours.
all the memories come flooding back to him. Unfortunately, the scent-based memories are always the strongest.
That's the worst.
That part is that like he got the easy version of that scenario because he didn't have to go anywhere near it, but just the fact that he could still get something bad of it just from where he was standing. It's like that is the
Yeah, Chadra's going through some
It's almost-
PTSD.
like frankly it's like it's kind of like your mind is like imagining something worse like than what it actually smelled, and it's actually kind of like creating the new smell for you.
Yeah. And you try to stop, but it just keeps going. Your imagination, you're just like, no, think about something else.
Immediately
Anything
takes another
else?
bite of food, hoping to distract.
I'm off. I'm off food right now that we're talking about shit.
But, sounds like a decent adventure for you all to deal with. A little bit different from what you all were dealing with here on the continent, or I should say on the Kralset continent.
Yes, less demons, if that's what you're alluding to. Yes, absolutely.
They were fiends, but yes.
Well, they weren't of this world. Let's put it that way.
Correct. But
Many creatures not of this world.
Yeah, well,
remember,
sadly, when you banish certain ones, they don't usually bring down the entire economy of a whole city. Which, unfortunately, we did. But Mama's doing well. She's back on her feet. She's in charge now.
Shadra, you here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. When you come back, give me an insight check.
I will do it right now.
And Valis, same for you.
Insight. Actually, pretty good on this.
All right. When that little bit of conversation happens, you see the telltale sign of that the person being told something, knowing more than what is being told, but not saying anything, and especially Chandra, knowing what you know, you probably have a good idea as to what's going on. But Valis, you do pick up on that fact, at least from Reuben, that
He knows something.
yeah. But Reuben will respond. Oh, that's wonderful. I do know that there has been quite a few different regime and power changes in the continent since I left. I mean,
I
obviously.
hadn't heard anything about that.
Oh, well, you know, the whole Rornos is the Viscount of all of Othmapoik, and we know all the individuals we met with at the meeting.
Yes.
So all of that shifting and changing is a new occurrence. But
Well, it wasn't like that before. That's for damn sure.
but that's wonderful. Glad to hear she's doing well. That place lived and breathed, Jesus, alongside her establishment. So,
Yeah, I kind of miss it. Have you heard from them lately? Because we have not.
honestly, when I had to leave you all, I didn't have anything left in that town to want to.
We understand.
I understand. I was just worried because we were up north not too long ago, and they got, well,
Yes,
it got bad.
Trevor was telling me some of the fiascos you all have been a part of and dealing with.
I wouldn't call it a fiasco. I'd call it a devastation, but all right. Sure, if you want to make it a fiasco. I mean, I wouldn't
know
call
not
an
what
entire
this
city
fiasco
overrun by
is.
zombies a fiasco.
Well, when you have to step back and look at things with a bigger picture, devastation usually inclines towards there is no recovery. And since you all and the drow ended up succeeding in driving out and away the invaders, it's more of a problem to overcome rather than a complete loss. You'll understand once you get into a position where you have to think of others more than yourself.
Always knew that you were really smart, Reuben.
He smiles.
She'll glare
I appreciate
at
that.
Valis right now.
It's not so much about being smart, though. It's just more about understanding positions that you're in. That's all. And just like in the past, I have turned to you all for, when I first joined you all, how to hunt creatures down, these fiends, and fight them, and do what we did. That was out of my realm of expertise. So I turned to you. But nevertheless, that was in the past. On to shinier, happier, better things, right?
Right.
Trevor says that he's about to take you all home to Terramesh.
Yes, our contract's almost up.
Good. He's given me the directions, and I definitely will be making a stop there.
Oh, will you?
Sometime in the future. Yes.
Yay!
Me and Trevor talked about it, and I've been in contact with your higher-ups in the town itself, and it has been understood and agreed upon that a small embassy should be erected inside Terramesh.
Valis goes, woo!
How close is Valis sitting to me right now?
Probably across the table.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to Reuben.
So it's more of how close would you sit to Reuben?
She's in his lap.
I'm not. Apparently, I'm across the table.
He's braiding her hair.
I will slide out a dagger from my pocket, and I'll fucking throw it at Valis's crotch right now. I'm so tired of this.
Okay.
I'm so tired of it.
You slide out a dagger,
Yeah.
and you hear 2 chairs move behind you.
Yes.
And you feel a hand on your shoulder. You look up
And I
and
will look.
you see one of
I
the
will-
plain-clothed guards.
Trust me, it's not for him.
They look over at Reuben, and Reuben just kind of nods, and they let go of the shoulder.
And I will throw it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Can I
to
try
hit?
to dodge?
You're sitting down, so dodging is going to be a little hard. But does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, roll damage. Timberlake.
Maximum damage.
So the dagger just thunk in the lower stomach. And Valis, you just look across at Timberlake. And
She just smirks at you.
Trevor is going to turn his head towards you, Timberlake.
Yes.
That's a bit much.
I know I'm gonna need that dagger back.
No, you're not. And he'll reach over and pull the dagger out, and as he does so, his other hand's gonna go and shine golden. Remember, he's a paladin.
Yes, yes.
And he's gonna push the 8 points back into you.
Thank you, Trevor.
And as he pulls the dagger out, he's going to grip down on it, and it's going to shine golden for a moment, and he's going to put it in his waistband. You need to understand. Yes, people can piss you off. But these are people that would die for you. Don't want to send them down a path that they will ever hesitate to make that choice in the future.
I understand that. I absolutely do.
He's just
But-
being himself. He's not being
I
anything
know.
extra. You'll just react in extra.
I'm sorry. Does disrespect not have a consequence?
A consequence of a dagger in the chest?
It barely hurt him.
And I'm just
And what?
excited for an embassy in Terramesh.
Well,
The growth
I-
and prospering of Terramesh is the whole reason why we're here.
and apparently I've had too much to drink, and it is time for me to retire. Have a good evening, y'all.
Okay.
And I will go upstairs to my room.
So Temperley will head up the stairs. Trevor will look to you, Valis, and just ask to make sure you're okay. Basically asking, do you need more health or not?
Poking my stomach. I'm good, thank you. I think I'm fully healed.
It's not always the physical wounds that leave a lasting impression.
Yeah. But we're working on those.
Reuben kind of just looks at Trevor and goes, you know, maybe an embassy in Terramesh isn't the best idea.
I'm gonna turn to Reuben.
He's just gonna
And
hold his
poke.
hand up.
Okay.
Trevor. Understand, sir, your view on it. And whatever decision you make is more than right. Reuben just goes, I had hoped that we are beyond whatever hostility she had towards me, but it seems that that now extends out to my entire country, so if she is to return to Terramesh, I don't know that an embassy, at least ours being the first one, is the best option. Maybe we'll coordinate with Lovblix a little bit more and have them establish a further embassy and then continue on. Actually, I think of another country that might come to play. I'll work on it. Hopefully have some results by the time you guys make it back home. Well,
Thank you for thinking of our small little town.
nothing of it, really. I know you guys are going to be there for a while and try to give it every success that it can. I owe you guys a great deal, and that's just more of my way of helping. A little bit of repayment.
The sapling appreciates every bit of care that it is given.
But just from the meetings that we all had, I know Trevor here has heavily profited from some of the deals made. Well, I mean, I can't say that. I'm not surprised at the rapid success that I've been afforded here, but as much as me and my comrades will be benefiting from the deals made, I don't want it to affect Terramesh specifically. Too much growth for a town or a settlement such as that is just... It tends to drive the growth of the town in a very specific direction, and I don't want that to happen. So, the times that I am in Terramesh, I'm not going to let it infect the residents there. Though they can benefit from some of the availabilities that it brings, I don't want it to be a direct connection. Reuben kind of just nods. Like, I agree. But making some possibilities happen for the town is good. What about you all? Is there anything specific you're thinking for the town that it could benefit from?
So, like Twunk thinking on it for a moment. I could perhaps be a smaller voice in this idea, but I am much more focused at bringing out the inner beauty of Terramesh that others often cannot see.
Reuben kind of just nods. And what do you think that would be the best thing to benefit that?
Plaid. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I just wanted to say something random.
Tweed, you mean?
No, plaid. Specifically plaid.
Lumberjacks.
You mean
Not flannel.
I was gonna say.
I'm not talking about fabrics here. I'm just talking about plaid as in the pattern.
Yeah.
I suppose that should the people feel safe and comfortable with the area around them, that perhaps then they could appreciate what is already naturally there. Maybe even discover things that they never would have
Reuben nods along. And then he goes, Twunk, it's been a while since I've had to have full conversations with you, and though I love the
Defenses.
Thank
That's
you.
what I was gonna say.
Thank you. I just needed a more
By
direct
providing,
approach.
he would like to see security for the town in order for people to appreciate the natural beauty of it.
And if you had to pick a specific type of defense,
I think I would discuss that with Voromir, not Voromir.
oh,
God,
you've become religious.
It's like, hey God, what's up?
No.
What defenses do you think this town should have?
Have you joined my church? We need to have a conversation, Chandra.
God damn it! Hold on, I have the name. We've been home a long time. Veriforn, yes. Yes, Veriforn. I believe he has ideas of how the way he would like to see the expansions go in the town, and him having been the person who essentially been there since its establishment would probably be your most valued resource outside of Trevor.
Of course, and yes, definitely anything that I do will be interacted with. I'm just was curious specifically on what you guys felt the town needed. So that way, if there's ever a situation where maybe I am talking with Veriforn and we can't decide on something, I can, instead of actually bothering you all, wherever or whatever you may be doing, I can be like, oh, they told me we need palisades.
I believe
walls.
That's what a palisade is.
I knew.
Perhaps safety for those who travel from one place to the next.
A more secure means
the
of
woods
transit.
While the forests are quite beautiful, they are also filled with a number of creatures that we have yet to fully meet and understand.
I do believe that is what the Hirsch is there for.
Yes.
So, more Hearth members?
No. Less jobs for us.
Because
we're when you say it like that, that makes us sound like such greedy assholes who don't give a fuck about anybody else. Like, oh, should we bring in more people to keep the town safe? Fuck no. How are we gonna make money? Way to go, you capitalist fuck, privatizing the police department.
PMC having sons of bitches.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys want the cops to show up and protect you? That'll be $1,000 copay.
So the mafia got it.
No. I mean, perimeter defenses would always be something that would be welcome, as long as they're more easily expandable with the expansion of the town. But secure means of transit for both goods and persons between nations is always... Open trade routes is always something that's most beneficial, because then it provides the financial stability and the stability of resources to accommodate those things.
If only we went on an entire mission for that entire thing.
Yeah, talking to the people in Lonatov specifically. Not, I'm saying maybe we can establish trade routes with Ublal.
I'm talking shit.
I believe you already have trade routes with countries that are closer. Remember, you guys do have trade routes with Kashavia and a small boat trade route with Petchva as well.
Okay, I did forget about that. So, where's Petchva?
Petchva's directly underneath Agresh.
Oh, okay, that one. Well, I mean...
So that's why he's a bit confused.
Okay.
A town defense force.
So,
Like a city guard.
okay. That's something I might be able to
Even if you were
help
able
assimilate.
to, exactly, provide people to help train individuals.
Yes, that's more probably what I can allow to happen. Send a small expeditionary force to Terramesh specifically, and maybe put out some words for new settlers to come to Terramesh, and with the explicit goal of banding as a sort of militia force.
Yes, just anything that you can do to help, we appreciate.
Val's is just shaking his head.
It's simple enough to have done. What, Valis? You don't like that idea?
No. He's shaking his head. Yes,
That would be nodding your head.
Yes, that'd be nodding.
nodding.
Shake his back and forth, nod his up and down.
Got it.
And the world goes round and round. And what about your new compatriot?
She hasn't quite been there yet.
Oh, she's that new.
Yeah, she's new.
Well then, and he'll kind of like lean over and look at you, Lorona. As the most recent addition to this sort of ragtag bunch of, and he's gonna kind of just look across everybody for a second. I'll just leave it there.
Bad decisions, yes.
Yes. that name coming into
We
juxtaposition once again.
we still have that name, yes.
Oh, that was the first thing I asked. I asked Trevor here.
It's kind of stuck at this point.
Good. Don't ever shed it. Remember your roots. But
Keeps us humble.
Lorona,
Yes.
as the newest member and everything, I'm not sure what your immediate position is with this group. If that has been established yet, I'm not sure exactly how many you are. But I would, and he's gonna reach into his breast pocket and procure what you can see is a card that seems to be indented, almost like a business card, but a little bit larger. It's got an indentation on it, and the indentation is the same symbol that he's wearing on a pin on his chest. You had seen it before in the building, and this had been pointed out to you by other people in the group as the symbol of Volomir. And he'll hand the card to you, and on it, it will say official liaison of Abalal.
Ooh, you are fancy.
And he'll hand it to you, Lorona. Be like, if word ever needs to get to Terramesh through means, or Terramesh needs to contact out to our humble country for any reason, this will allow that to happen. Basically, it's a sending card that goes directly to Reuben. So, if,
Okay. Thank you.
He gave you his digits.
basically, you can write upon the back of the card anything that you want, and that message will be sent to Reuben. And
You're
also,
chilling on Earth, and you're gonna get a message that says, "Hey, girl, you up?"
and if a message comes through the piece of paper, it'll get warm. It won't get hot. It'll just get warm whenever a new message appears. And that could be either in response to the message you send, or if Reuben sends a message out, you'll just feel a slight warmth to the piece of paper. And it's more like a hard placard card. It's the least that I can do, since the embassy's not going to be happening anytime soon. And this still allows communication and for me to check on my friends here.
Congratulations, Lorona!
Thank you so much, Reuben.
Not at all. I hope you can cement yourself in this group of bad decisions.
Try to be the least bad decision.
If not the most recent.
I think she won't hold the title of most recent for long.
No, because we have...
Oh, no, Reuben already understood the joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, meal will continue on a little bit. If there's anything that you want to ask, say, or do for the rest of the meal.
Not really much, but when we're leaving, I would thank him for his discretion.
And I understand how you all roll, and I could say I hoped it had gone better, but am not surprised. He'll sort of look down and get his hat ready, put it on, and put a larger coat over, and just go. Until next time, Chacha. Hopefully, better circumstances.
If you ever feel like making a bad decision in the future, you know how to find us.
It's the only bad decision I look forward to.
Actually, during
And the
meal,
only one you could rely on.
Will you just step over somebody who was talking?
Sorry.
it would probably like a bit after like silence is carried, because like he's nervous as to whether to ask this or not, but eventually, Reuben, would you tend to have had communications or dealings with the atoll as of late?
Nothing within a week.
You wouldn't happen to know if they've connected the teleportation circle to the atoll, would you?
Not yet. Something about the inhabitants of the island causing a ruckus about it.
Savages. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Joke.
Not
Did not say that.
Not of the Tabaxi persuasion, the other races.
And the
city.
isles are safe. Last
Yes.
I heard it was attacked.
It was attacked. They're recovering, but it's actually Kranta had been out to the atoll. Been out to the atoll recently and had some warships there when the attack went down, so they fared fairly well.
Like Twunk actually like noticeably lets out like a tension he didn't realize he was holding on to.
The shoulders relax a little.
Slinky kitty.
Yeah, Twunk goes back to his like 6'8" self.
Twink went for Twink.
Twink.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Never mind. I quit. I'm going back to the tiny horses, you assholes.
Just turns
I
around.
retired.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
I'm gonna go apply for a bartender's job here.
So yeah, with that, Reuben will be escorted. And the guards, though they are taking up their positions, they too aren't trying to make it like overly obvious. You know, they're not trying to secret service under a coat take him out of the city. He's walking, and they're trying to give him space. The plainclothes guards will go up next to them, and they'll walk as if they're friends walking down the street.
Being merrily dee-dah.
With that, Trevor will get back into his seat. Just sort of look across everybody. Y'all got friends in high places.
We had met under unfortunate circumstances.
He did make me privy to the situation. Like you said, I'll be taking you all home tomorrow. It'll be a bit to get back home, but I have requested one of the drow ships that is currently in port to help expedite with their means our travel home. So we'll be making speed twice as fast until we make it back to the Iron Port. Obviously,
Nice.
we'll be able and willing to talk to one another up until the moment that we split inside Taramesh, but I did want to say to you all that for the most part it has been a pleasant journey together.
Yes, it has.
It's always a pleasure.
And as far as the contract finishing and y'all getting the rest of your pay, Verifone will deal with all that. But as far as sort of leading feedback to him about how everything went down, I can honestly say that the majority of the time it was very well. But this last little bit will need to be documented. I hope you understand it's strictly
business.
Exactly. And if it was just in the presence of me, I can understand an outlash or something like that being happening. Hell, I've been on ships. We've been out for months on end, never seen land, and the blood begins to boil. I understand.
Tempers get hot.
Exactly. But in the presence of, even though a friend, someone of a stature such as that, like I said, just business.
Yes.
But other than that, barring any absolutely crazy shit going down between now and Taramesh, I'm hoping we'll be home pretty soon. Be nice to stay on solid ground for a while and smell the smells that I'm used to.
Oh God, wait, hold on. I remember her name. Hold on.
Renee?
Thank you.
Yep.
Will Renee be joining you in Terramesh?
Yes. She had just been in the different continents dealing with a little bit of business when the contracts and everything got put together. But she'll be rejoining back inside Teramish. Actually, she's already there, so we'll technically be rejoining her.
Well, we'll all have to get together and celebrate her arrival in Terramesh.
I will have to ask for some discreetness. Yes, exactly, when we do get back, and I will have to go back to my old voice.
It may just be a private event amongst friends where we can introduce you. We can have it at the hearth, so it's less of an event.
That's more than fine. Just obviously might have to be my other self
We understand.
during it. That's all. Don't worry, Tyler will still be Tyler.
But we expect nothing less.
Never do.
Yeah. I feel like Twunk in particular, like as it just like sort of like looking up at Trevor. We all have our masks to wear and our reasons for wearing them.
It's all about keeping other people safe. But I'm looking at getting some good cuts of meat from Volgot and having a nice barbecue again. You all are more than welcome to come.
Valis
You
could
know
bring
I'll be
his-
there.
Valis could bring his meat.
Trevor's just gonna kind of like look down and like purse his lips for a second and go, it wasn't as big of a hit as maybe y'all had been hoping.
We weren't expecting much.
We struggled to put that together, so
How about I just get a different type of cut from Volgart and say y'all chose that one?
okay.
Sounds good. Alright, anything else before we let's get Adam on to sleep and get set sailing for the morrow?
If
Sounds
it
good.
would set your mind at ease at all, I think I shall be speaking with Amberley either this evening or in the morning.
I feel like probably talking to Tambalay when this contract is over would be the most fruitful of endeavors. Just from the few interactions that I've had. I don't know if it's just been the constant things happening or just the sheer fact that she's been gone so long from a place that she was just starting to call home. But I feel like whatever you try to say might get through a little bit better when she knows things aren't going to get upended anytime soon. That's my piece, just as someone looking in on things. But whenever you end up deciding to have that discussion with her, that is more than right, and honestly, my little bit of saying things just comes from, being in a group such as mine. Between me, my wife, and Trevor, we've had our eyelashes at one another. We've drawn blood from each other. But there's a line. And once that line gets stepped on and passed, it seems to constantly get trampled after that. And it just... There's a reason why it's just 3 of us now. It used to be just as many as y'all. So, I'll just try to interject before that becomes your reality as well.
I've shot Valis before.
That's a sibling thing. That's completely different.
I just wanted to make that abundantly clear.
Trigger happy.
I mean, Valis, I did hear about the shitstorm. So,
Yeah.
I can understand, especially between siblings, there being the need for that line to be very bendy.
I'm currently in the process of developing technology so it doesn't happen again.
Good on you. But
I just shoot Chadra a very confused look.
it's a portable hole that attaches to your butthole at all times.
Wow.
I'm trying to make it so that she won't die in the future.
Oh, I was thinking the other way.
No, I'm gonna make it so I can still shoot you, but you won't die.
Rubber bullets. Talking rubber bullets.
It'll hurt like a son of a bitch.
You know, this is a bad time to mention that I used to watch this anime where literally their superpower was only unlocked after getting shot in the head and killed, and then brought back to life.
I can see that.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
But he'll look at you, Chadra, and just be like, I understand sibling feuding. But as time goes on, even for people such as yourself that live for long, long time, maturity should only go in a positive light, not back into immaturity.
Agreed.
Very much appreciate your counsel, and we'll keep it locked away deep within our souls.
I actually understood that, and I agree.
It's that third eye. It's really just
Yeah.
enlightened Valis. By the
Suddenly,
way,
Twonk is like very irrationally angry.
That he understood it.
that he has a third eye to
Oh.
begin with.
Oh.
And then he
God,
thinks
you
it's
still
like
have
just
that
even
thing?
just
Yeah,
like
he still has
his
that thing.
hearing is so
Oh,
good
I
he
still
can
have
hear
it.
the above table mutterings of the implications of enlightenment.
I was actually gonna talk about like, hey, can the third eye like let me like fourth wall break?
No. No, definitely not.
Damn.
Maybe walk into the fourth wall, but that's about it.
It's like, what the?
So you guys just randomly see Valis just hit nothing. What the fuck is here? God damn it! Oh, what are you talking about, Valis? Don't you see? There's a wall here. There's nothing there, buddy. As Trevor's talking to you guys and having this conversation, at the same time, Reuben had left with the guards outside. One of the guards stops Reuben and says, "Sir, there's someone who'd like to speak to you." And moves aside and out of the side alley of the Tiny Horse Inn. He
I'll
looks-
hold my hands up. Look, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to make things worse or better. I just want to put it out there that that wasn't meant for you or about you. And I'm actually kind of glad to see you.
He kind of just nods to the guard that's behind you, takes a couple steps back. I had some free time, so I thought I'd respond in kind.
I appreciate that you took my letter to heart. I am glad you came. I was surprised, actually. I was hoping we'd get back a little bit faster. I hope you hadn't been waiting too long.
You guys actually came just in time. I had only been here for a few hours.
Perfect, perfect. Like I said, I hope I didn't jeopardize anything in there. I just, sometimes I lash out because people put me on the spot when they shouldn't, and it's just not how I'm meant to act, and I apologize. Again, I'm very sorry.
I was prepared for a lot worse.
Were you?
We can both agree that the animosity from the last times we were in the same country, minus the meeting that we had, it wasn't the gentlest or friendliest of feelings.
No, and that was my fault.
So yes, I was expected and prepared for more.
Well, I guess sorry to disappoint.
No, it's a good over assumption on my part.
I'm working on it. I really am. But anyway, I think that it's gonna be awkward enough walking through the front door instead of downstairs. So,
You can always go through the kitchen.
yeah, I don't think that'd be right. They're gonna find out eventually. But, yes, thank you very much for coming down here. And I mean, even if you did have business and stuff, I'm glad you did come down. I'm glad I saw you.
My only business was coming to see you all. I honestly did have a good time with you, though the circumstances were
Awkward.
less than stellar. You guys all got me through a very tough time in my life, and set me up to accept responsibility that I had been shirking for quite some time.
Well, she was a beautiful woman, and she deserved you. And I understand where you were coming from. I can't say I know how bad that hurts, but
Hopefully you never have to.
I hope so. I hope so. But, anyway, get home safe, and, stop by Terramesh when you can.
You as well, and just understand that I was only part of your guys' group for days, and it was enough to make a good impression on me.
Yeah, well, you make a pretty big impression on everybody we meet.
I'm just saying that those people in there and the one out here are some of the best people I know. So, do with that what you will. But stay safe, Tabitha.
Appreciate that. You say safe too, Reuben.
And with that,
And she'll go back into the alley.
Yep.
Until he's gone.
And
then she'll go through the front door.
And walk up. Okie dokie. By the time that you make it back inside, the majority of the plates and food have been wiped clean from the table. Trevor is currently up at the bar, specifically, and everyone seems to be at the tail end of getting up and probably heading back to rooms.
Is Lorna still around?
Lorana?
I don't know. Am I?
Probably.
I don't know.
Okay.
Unless you
Yes.
wanted to leave the table first and run upstairs.
Nope, that's Charter.
No, that's fine.
Charter's like, first!
Yep. Chandra just fucking, as soon as the door opens,
Dibs.
throws all her clothes onto a tiny horse and cannonballs into the bath.
With the tiny horse.
Whee! Clip clop, clip clop. Splash.
Yeah, Tabitha will come through the front door and scope everybody out, and then if Lorna's still sitting there, she'll just she'll come over and sit next to you and prop her head on your shoulder for a second and not say anything at all.
She'll look over at Tamberley and ask her if she's okay.
I'm alright. Just weird, that's all.
Balor's just sitting there being like, did Tamberley have fucking invisibility? What the fuck?
Doesn't
want to say anything and
could've
get stabbed again, though?
You could
Yeah,
have
yeah, no, I'm
Hunter's mark.
Good damn it!
Bring it all the way back around.
Man, I could have added 6 extra damage to that if I had Hunter's Mark, but I ain't got that.
I mean, you're just as much a ranger as Valis is.
Nah, she'll look up eventually and look at Valis, and I'm sorry. You just caught me at a really bad time.
Okay. I wasn't trying to catch you, but thank you for the apology.
Yeah. She'll take a swig of her ale and then go upstairs for real this time.
Roger that. Everyone else retiring to their rooms?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And so with that, you guys will retire to your rooms, and in the morning, we'll coalesce back to the ship, and we'll be setting sail back for Terramesh. But we'll go ahead and end the session there. If there is something that someone wants to do overnight, or before bed, or after waking up, feel free to message me about it. But any questions before we go?
I'm gonna take that shot that we were just messaging about. Reuben's dead now, right?
Almost.
Oh.
Almost. Unfortunately, they do have a healer in their group. So you're gonna need to reload.
I did. I'm reloading right now.
Oh, okay.
I do need to know how many X's and O's were in that letter.
None. I will send you a copy if you'd like to see it, but
It's edited.
there
I was gonna be
none.
like,
But
are we about to?
They haunt me.
Are we about to see
Like
the?
dogs, they want me. I hate that song. I hate that song so much.
My exes and oh.
Oh.
All right. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. If I don't talk to you all before, then you guys have a great week, and we will be back next Sunday.
All right.
Good night,
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Not everyone.
Hey.
Good night.
You.
Thank you to all of you that have stayed with us throughout the week. Tune in during the day to possibly see me. I am probably going to start building maps and might do some chat requests or some. I actually have, it's not quite commissioned work, but it's some maps that people want me to make, so for their games. So I'll be probably doing that throughout the week during the day. But if you do want to see some more actual D&D sessions, Thursday, Group 1, the other group that plays in this world, 9 p.m. PST on Thursday to see them. And if you can't make it for that, Sunday, 9:30 p.m. PST, the Bad Decisions are back at it again, heading back to Terramesh and going to their pseudo-new home. So, feel free to swing by either of those, check the schedules for times and dates that for sure we are having our streams, and once again, thank you all for staying with us. Have a great night, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.